Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing today, bro? Let me get a mic check right quick before we start. Check, check. Activate the shade line, King. Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing this weekend, man? I hope y'all are doing good, bro. It's Captain, the Shave Line King in the building, bro. And we back here today, bro, to bring you some more semen retention news. Today we're gonna be doing Retainers Hotline, bro. It's been a minute since we did it, bro. And I think it's time, man. It's been about a year. All you guys should have been out there on your journey. You should be able to have tons of stories, tons of knowledge, tons of things that you done gained that you are ready to come up here and share with me. This is why we do these retainers hotlines, guys, because I want you to understand we all are going through our own journey, bro. We all experience slightly different journeys, man. And it's important for us to share different things we're. This is how we gonna get that knowledge, bro. This is how we gonna get that wisdom, bro. This is how we are going to excel as men and get and the bottom line is, I told you guys, the bottom line is, bro, is all of us are trying to fly, bro. We are not stingy up here with this information. We're not up here stingy with all this money, bro. We're sharing it with our brothers, bro. Everybody who got an ear to hear, man. Because let's face it, man, society is crazy in 2026, bro. Society is crazy in 2026, bro. And if you're a zombie, if you're an NPC, if you out here running around, bro, with those empty, stinking, chafing, disgusting, sagging balls, bro, then you're gonna be a victim of what society done got for you, bro. And we done seen what it does to good man. So this is why we come in on these retainers hotlines, bro. So you can hear other men's opinions on what's going on in the world, okay? Especially the world of retention, bro. You guys gotta understand, man. This is the real deal, bro. Have you have came to the right place. You have found the right dens to be in, bro. We are here in the lion's den, bro. Where we get all the knowledge and wisdom, bro, and we share it with our brothers. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do today, bro. Another retainers hotline. So what I'm about to do, bro, is I'm gonna about to put the link in the description, bro. I'm gonna have a couple people come up, and then I'm gonna be playing some videos. You guys know what I do. I'm gonna be playing some videos here and there, and we're gonna be talking about also, bro, why it's not safe to trust women in 2026, bro. Okay. And I know this is going to be, a ball breaker for a lot of you guys out there, but you guys got to understand, man, it just isn't safe, bro. Okay. There's just too much stuff going on around, bro. The best thing that you can do right now, bro, is get this glow. The best thing that you could do right now, bro, is make sure that your investment pays off in the future. And this is what I'm doing, bro. Okay. I'm being smart in these times, bro. I'm making wise investments with my money, bro. And I'm going to be those people who are going to be ahead of the game once this thing all settles. Okay. This is what we're here to do. We're here to make ourselves our best version, bro, and then put ourselves out in the world, okay, and attract what is meant for us. And this is what I've been doing on retention, bro. This is why I am so serious about my journey, man, because I've been having these eyes and see for quite some time, man. And I've been telling you guys, bro, in the live streams of how it's just not safe out here. It's just not safe out here anymore to be going around as a man expressing yourself. It doesn't matter if you look good. It doesn't matter if you have resources. Okay, all of those things will be taken from you. Okay, you gotta understand on what's going on out here, bro. Okay, we're not asleep no more. We understand it's a spiritual war out there. Okay, we understand that these fallen are using the women against men. We see this, bro. We're not done. Okay, and if you are, I feel bad for you, man, because we've been telling you guys for the longest time on what's going on in our society. And today we're about to have some of the fellas come up here on the panel, bro, and we're gonna hear from their stories, okay? And I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna, just kind of just be, somebody in the crowd and listen and hear what you guys got to say and add my opinions here and there. But for the most part, this is gonna be all you guys today, man. I want you guys to come up here. Don't be shy, bro. What are y'all shy about? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you shy, if you're in this live stream and you're a retainer and you holding your seat and you call yourself a masculine man and you don't have the courage to come up here and say anything about your journey, bro, are you really retaining your seat? Because if you're retaining your seat, bro, you're one of the first people up here, man, explaining to the people, man, on what you've been going through, what you've been experiencing. There's so much to talk about on retention, bro. Nobody out here should be short on words. Okay, you should be wanting to come up here, bro, and tell it like it is. even if you're not a real retainer, you can come up here and say that you're interested in what doing retention. You've been trying it for a little bit. You want to get to know more, and you found the right place to come to. So I just want to encourage you guys. Like I said, all you guys out there, man, who have not participated in Retainers Hotline, whether that's through the comment section or coming up here and telling your own personal story. Listen, we're gonna start doing these things more often. Okay, this is going to be one of the main additives to the channel, a filler, as you will. Okay, we're going to do this at the end of every week, man, and hopefully, like I said, we can get guys to come here and share their stories, man, because I can sit here all day and talk, okay, but this is not what the objective is today. The objective is to hear you guys decide, and this is what we're going to do. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go ahead and throw this link up in the description. So, guys, I wanted to talk about how women it's just not safe anymore with our women, man. And I'm at one of these points in my life, bro, where I just have not looked back since. I understand, man, on the part that women play in a man's life. I understand how important that is, man. And instead of being one of these people who just sit back, bro, and I let the world get to me, I get in a low vibrational frequency. Okay, I start falling into the traps. I start watching porn. I start going out to the clubs. I start doing things like this, man, and this, further brings me down as a man, understanding, man, that parts, like I told you guys, are being used against us. Okay, there's a lot of women out there, man. Like I said, that unfortunately have grown up without their fathers. There's a lot of women out there who've grown up in these single mother homes. This isn't nothing, no offense to women. This isn't no offense to single mothers. Okay, we're just telling you on what it is. Okay, it's very important. It is very, you know, very important for little ones to grow up with both their mother and their father. Okay, it is extremely important. And the minute that is taken away from the ones, you have now jeopardized the continuity of your little ones. Okay, they're going to be, you know, off for the rest of their life. They're always going to have these things going on in their head. They're going to see all of these things in the outside world. They're going to see other people's family. They're going to see other people's, interacting with people they love, and they're going to sit back and wonder why they don't have that situation. And from that point, you develop all these different types of personality disorders. Okay, because these children and these little kids are not able to heal anymore. Okay, and what ends up happening is, like I told you guys, man, because as a result of this, these are people that grow up and come out in society. Okay, they're out here dating, they're out here getting married, bro, and you're seeing what the problem is. The problem is there's been so much damage, accumulated from this type of thing that's going on in our society that it has caused a major, major backlash in our dating. It's caused a major backlash in creating a family homes. It's caused a major backlash in marriage, okay, because of what's going on. Okay, and you guys got to understand this is our time to take the stage and show what retention is all about. Okay, it's our time to take the stage, bro. I told you to level the playing field, bro, to bring the balance back, to restore the balance to our society. Okay, because the minute we pull back as men, the minute we start acting like true men, okay, we're not out in the street being treated cooners. Therefore, we're not out here spreading the validation. Therefore, we're not out here getting caught up in these traps. Okay, and with the traps being set and nobody to snare them in, okay, the traps do fail to work. Okay, and this is what I'm trying to get you guys to see. This is why our role is so important because it's going to make the women get back in line, whether you believe it or not. It's going to, okay, or they're going to be running around with strap-ons, loving each other for the rest of their lives. Okay, and I can tell you right now that most of the women out there, bro, do not want that. Okay? Most of the women understand what's going on. They're looking for a protector. They're looking for somebody that they can trust. Okay, and they're going to be looking at a community just like this, okay, where we develop real men, where we have real goals, where we have, real things in our life going on, man, that we are aspiring to do. Okay? We are truly people over here who are on the road to greatness and success. This is why I said we're gonna be the people who are sought after in the future. And this is why I've been telling you guys it's super important for you to retain your seed, bro. Why? Because I'm telling you, man, there's gonna come a time, bro, where there's gonna be so many women, man, and not enough men. And you could be one of these guys, bro, that have it together, that got your stuff together, all right? That the women see that they can trust, all right? They can, build with, and that could be your opportunity. Okay? Even though I've told you guys in the past, listen, on this journey, bro, it is just safe to go by yourself. You see so many of these movies where the main character, the main hero in the story is always on the journey by himself. And what ends up happening is every single time he ends up saving somebody or somebody comes with him, what ends up happening? He ends up jeopardizing what's going on in his life, right? He ends up jeopardizing his mission, okay? Or he ends up putting himself in risk and danger. And this is the same thing that I want to get you guys to understand about going out here in the real world and just remaining a single man, retaining your seed, bro, okay? And build yourself up so big that everything is just going to come to you. You're not going to be one of these guys out here who are chasing. Okay, I told you I don't chase Nathan. I never will again, bro. Okay, I want to attract what is meant for me by doing what I'm supposed to be doing, by being my highest version, by becoming irresistible, by setting myself apart from the rest of the men in the society. And this is something you should be wanting to do as a man. Again, we have testosterone inside of us. We all have this natural competition inside of us. Okay, this should be something that you should be looking up to and standing up to, knowing that they're throwing this stuff all over the internet, putting this stuff all in our cell phones. Man, they got it all everywhere you go, bro. It's sex, 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 sex. Okay, and we all know that that does what? Take your power. Let's draw a quick little picture. Let's picture that we're all superheroes down here, right? All the men are real life superheroes down here. We really are, but I just want you to picture this. Men are real life superheroes down here, right? And this Matrix has designed this place where all these superheroes are to have kryptonite wherever you go. You can't turn on your cell phone. You can't go outside, bro. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the grocery store. All right. You can't do anything, bro, without going out and being able to see a piece of kryptonite, which is going to be what? Which is going to pull on your energy, distracting you from your purpose, okay, and weakening you. Okay. This is the analogy and getting you guys to understand on how important it is to retain our seed, our sexual life force energy. Because without it, okay, we are powerless. We are misled. We are not who we are supposed to be. Okay. We fall into the traps. We do not have our strength. We do not have our armor and protection of God anymore when we are void of our seed. And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand on how it really is not going to be safe out here, especially moving forward in 2026, knowing that we have all these agendas. Okay, we've talked about the LGBTQRS, we've talked about all that, we've talked about the phase, we've talked about the people who don't want to be, have a gender. We talked about all sorts of different things that are going on, and you need to understand that all of those things going on affect your dating possibilities, affect the women that you are going to get with. And you got to understand this is why we are retaining. Why? So we can come sharper, smarter, okay, and we can attract what's right. Therefore, when we go out in the outside world, bro, we're not going to take any bop, bro. We're just not going to take any woman that's out there that's obviously looking for attention. A woman that's out there obviously just looking for someone, all right, it's energy to steal. This is basically what we're doing out here in 2026. Okay, we are being a real man, bro. Okay? We are setting the new standard. All right, we are no longer consumers. Okay, we are real masculine, divine men out here. Okay, and we put our goals and our respect, our morals first. Okay, and this is why we are doing what we're doing. This is why we have a congregation of men that come here on these live streams and share their information with each other because we have matured. We have a mature seed. We have hit sperm autogenesis. Okay, we understand on what it is to be a real man. Okay, and now what we're doing is we're spreading the awareness to the rest of the men in our society, getting them to understand on how imperative it is that they practice this thing called semen retention. Okay, because like I said, it's going going to make you who you're supposed to be, which is a superhero as a man. Okay, you are a protector. You are without your powers when you are releasing your seed, and this is what the society has done. All right, to depower us. Okay, to keep us down, to keep us suppressed, right? To keep us confused, to keep us unorganized. Right? This has been the tactic, okay, of the enemy. And now that we are aware in 2026, what we're going to start doing, bro, is we're going to start doing all the opposite of what society has been teaching us. And I told you, this is how you get your power back now. All right. This is how everything starts working for you in your life, man. And you begin to have these eyes to see. You see how desperate the matrix is. You begin to see how desperate some of these women are to come here and try to take your power from you. And I want you guys to know, man, that this is not a joke. So what I'm about to do, man, is I'm gonna play a quick couple of examples, okay, of stuff that you need to know, okay. And what you need to know here is you need to know, bro, why you need to stay away from her. Okay, you need to know why you need to stay away from her, bro. 2026. And I know this is gonna sound crazy. I know this is gonna sound crazy, bro. It's gonna sound crazy. Like, man, you really want us to stay away from women? No, it's not that I want you to stay away from women, bro. It's fortunately what the women are being used for right now. Okay, like I told you, a lot of these women out here, man, are having to be on their own. Okay, no guidance, no protection from man, bro. Getting all sorts of influences, having different men in and out of their life. I told you how these people who run the society get down. They isolate everyone so they can come in and work on them. Okay, they come into these women's lives with extravagant gifts, money. Okay, being able to help them in their problems. All right, and then when these women lower their guard down, what happens is they end up dealing with some kind of a warlock. All right, he comes in and now he knows that they're vulnerable and they're looking for a handout and they need this, and they need that, and this is where the women get compromised. Okay, because I told you they start opening up to men like this, bro. Okay, to the 1% and those guys up there, bro, who are passing all the women around, who are sleeping around in different group sex and all sorts of different types of crazy things that happens when you have too much money to do it. Okay, things that we are unaware of. I want you guys to understand this is how most of the women out here in 2025, 2026 have been damaged. Okay, you gotta understand this. And because of this, man, like I said, it's going to make it very hard for them to bond with you. It's going to make it very hard for them, right, to get in any kind of loving relationship with you because you got to understand that's been taken away from them. Okay, they've exchanged that for money. They've exchanged that for resources. Okay, and because of that, man, that's the way that we're going to be dealing with each one of us men that come out there in their lives. They're always going to be looking about what we can do, what we can provide for them. And I told you, start seeing things like that, that is a huge red flag as a man. Okay, because like I said, that's just a trap that's just waiting for you. It's gonna get you if you don't have your eyes to see. And this is all I'm trying to prove to you guys, man. I'm trying to prove to you guys that this is why we are doing what we're doing. There is no excuse. Okay, there is no excuse out there for any man, bro, who is out here claiming, man, that he is confused on what's going on in society. Okay, we all see what's going on. Okay, and we finally have gotten the backstory. All right, how most of these women's mind have been taken over, and why there is no more happiness, and why there is no more long-lasting loving relationships. I told you what happened. Okay, those men up there have created, a community where they can be and deal with many women as they want, bro. Okay, and because of that, man, like I said, a lot of unhealthy things get passed around, a lot of lifestyle and habits begin to be taken up. And I told you, what ends up happening is those women actually end up waking up after they done been hurt 4 or 5 times, and then they come down to regular men, supposedly like me and you. And now you guys can see why, man. It's just like a chain of damage that just keeps going on over and over and over. And this is why I'm telling you guys to protect your seed. This is why I'm telling you guys just to wait and become the best that you can be. Create all you can. Create as much resources. Create as much wealth as you can, bro. Okay. If that means you must travel abroad to go and find happiness, that's what you're going to do. But at least you're going to be ready for that. At least you're not going to be one of these men who are going out there, okay, unprepared. And this is the biggest thing, okay? This is the biggest problem that we have for men in 2026. They're unprepared for what's really going on in the world. And I told you guys, I fully believe, man, just with the what I've been doing on my journey, that semen retention, bro, is the only thing that's going to get you there. It's the only thing that's going to look out for you. It's the only thing that's going to have your back, bro. It is the only thing, man, that is going to give you a check mark in each one of the categories, making you that catch for a woman. Okay? This is basically what I have seen in my retention journey, and this is why I've been preaching it to you guys. There's be no excuse on why you have not done it, bro. Okay, you know that you want to become your greatest version. You know you want to be the best that you can be. And it's going to take small steps. Okay, it's going to take one step at a time. And the biggest step that we're taking right now is learning how to go back to 0 point, learning how to be pure, learning how to cleanse our body of negative energies, karma, okay, all of these different things, man. Semen retention helps you, all right, evolve. Semen retention and protect you from all of these things, man, that you once would have fallen into with a blind eye. All right. So what I'm about to do, bro, is I'm about to play this video really quick. Okay. What this video is about, bro, it's the name of the video is, stay away from is called the name of the video. And it's actually, there's a few videos that I'm going to play. But the video is called Stay Away from Her. And basically, what I'm going to be just playing is I'm going to be playing some sound bits. And I want you to hear how women are. I want you to hear how women are doing in modern day relationships. Okay. I want you to take heed to this, man, before you think you're going to go down to the club and go get a baddie. Let me tell you something. They brainwashed us already right there with the word baddie. Okay. Because let me tell you something what a baddie is. Okay. A baddie doesn't mean a good looking girl. Okay. That's what they want. Okay. A baddie means you're going to go get with a girl that has a lot of baddie mental problems. Okay. A girl that's going to run your life. A girl who's going to have you pulling your hair out at the end of the night. This is what a baddie means. And this is what most of the women are aspiring to be in society. Okay. We have Nas, we have Cardi B, okay? We have all of these so-called influencers who I told you who have been influencing the women for a very long time now, okay? And these generations of women are getting older, and these are the women that we are starting to date, okay? You see who some of these women's role models are. I told you on how important it was to have, both parents in the home, and now you see why this is another problem. This is one of the main reasons, just like they got us as young men, okay, by establishing us being raised by a single mother with no home. The same thing is happening, okay, with these women, okay. I want you to understand that the exact same thing is happening with these women, bro, okay. And because of that, like I said, they're growing up with no guidance. They're growing up, bro, with someone who is not going to teach them the ins and outs. Someone who's not going to keep it real with them. All right, someone who's not going to try to be a friend first, okay? Unlike the mother, okay? We're going to be the father first. We're going to be the leader first. We're going to be the person, all right, that teaches people how to conduct themselves. And because of that, this is why these women are running around here today in a muck, bro, okay? They are running around here today with a muck. And then you got to think about all the devices that they have to support them. And all these fake devices that were set up to cause further confusion, okay? I just talked about the LGBTQ. I talked about feminism. I want you to think. I don't want to go over every single thing. I gave you a couple things to think about. I want you to think about how all of these devices are affecting our women and the way that they think. And now you see why it doesn't matter what you got, it doesn't matter how good you look, okay? That eventually, all right, you're going to be used and abused, discarded, just like everybody else, because this is what's been taught to the women, okay? And the solution to this is to reframe. The solution to this is to pull back. I told you guys, this is why we are winning. This is our winning season as men, but you guys don't see this. Some of you guys see this as a punishment. You're a fool. Okay, this is our winning season, bro. Okay, especially as a man that is retaining, because I told you everything that you gain. All right, you're gonna be out here set apart from everybody else. They're gonna eventually find you, man. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Eventually, the right one is going to find you, bro. And this is all I want to do. Okay, it doesn't. All right, it doesn't stop your journey. It doesn't stop you from achieving the things that you want to achieve in your life and become the best version, okay, that you can be. Okay. And that's the name of the game, first and foremost, before any other thing else, bro. It's all about us. All right. But I'm just telling you from, a standpoint of a man and understanding that you're men and we are meant to deal with the opposite sex. Okay. We are meant to be there. All right. We're the people that enhance the mood. We're the people that inspire them. Okay? And the same thing with us. They do the exact same thing with us. They inspire us. Okay. So this is all I want you guys to see, man. But I want you guys to understand again, bro. This is why we're not going out here and just messing around. Yeah, I want you to listen carefully.
Some somebody in this car is getting a pussy ate by a girl when they get back home. Somebody in this car. Somebody in this car still talking to me. Somebody in this car got a whole bunch of niggas, but think she got one. Somebody in this car go multiple vacations with these niggas. Somebody in this car somebody in this car is cheating on his boyfriend. Somebody in this car got two boyfriends right now.
What's up, Darius, man?
Bone to bone. Come on, twin. Somebody in this car. I think they really not. Somebody in this car gonna get married. We can't even marry. We go over. Oh, somebody in this car behind ready for that nigga. Somebody in this car was on FaceTime with what they made that night. Somebody in this car went to jail for behind some beat. Somebody in this car don't have a job. You just said that. Somebody in this car love fucking multiple rappers. Local. Somebody in the car and somebody in this car loves Merriman. Somebody in this car got fucked outside of Hobby Lobby. Somebody in this car loves truck drivers. Somebody in this car go with whip. Somebody in this car loves somebody in this car making stuff like that. Somebody in this car don't have no friends for the day week. Somebody in this car loves kicking down doors. Somebody loves kicking in. Okay, somebody in this car is okay. Wait, okay, friend, boyfriend. Somebody in this car is no bullshit. Somebody in this car is wait, they nigga home. Somebody in this car be having a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Somebody in this car be fucking lying. This car that a bitch think they Teddy. Somebody in this car got it. Somebody in this car swerving down. She don't fuck with it. But she just fucked it. Somebody in this car always got to personality. Somebody in this car had a to Miami. You let me act the motherfucking fool. Somebody in this car with niggas and do a hot dog. In this car swear up and down. She didn't put one nigga but be acting motherfucking the whole time. That bitch is a cheater, a freak, a cheater, everything but somebody in this car be putting that niggas off. This car got drunk as fuck at the Airbnb and like everybody's gonna go because she's never came. So somebody in this car got put out of everywhere we've been to last summer. Somebody in this car was picked up to go jump a bitch. Whoop up on the bitch and jump it. Somebody in this car got one of the beer can. In this motherfucking car, be sneaking into a car situation back in my house and fucking that girl back there. Somebody in this car is fucking got a baby mama, and she knows that he's with baby mama, but she don't care. In this car, we got to play.
I need to go on. Do you understand on how serious this is now in 2026, fellas? When you have who's behind pushing these trends, and I told you women follow power and money. So what do you think they're going to do? How do you think that they're going to act? And you're seeing on their attitudes and how they feel and what they really want to say and how they really act. And you out there being that gullible guy, I told you, man, they come to you, talk you up like you're the best thing, bro. You're the best looking guy I've ever seen, man. You got this, you got that. Pay it all up, bro. To do what? To jack you from your life force energy. I just wish there was other words that I could find that I could use that were more powerful to get you to understand that these women, these particular women, these Jezebels, these Liliths, okay, these type of spirits here that are openly telling you that they sleep with men and they use men and they cause all this kind of chaos. Those are the specific type of women that I'm telling you about that are wandering around in our society that are affecting most of the men. Okay. When I told you that Satan is using the women to destroy men, you guys think this is a game, bro. This is not a game, bro. All right. All it takes is to get with the wrong woman. One wrong woman that has been through that whole ringer that I just explained to you. She's been up there at the top and tossed around by all the major guys. This is what happens to 90% of the women in the society, bro. I've been a lot of places, bro. I have plenty of friends in high places. I have plenty of friends who are millionaires. I've been everywhere, bro. I've been around this lifestyle pretty much my whole life, man. Okay? I can tell you what is going on, okay? Because I've been in the room with these people, bro. I've been in the room with bad girls that I was talking to, and then she find out that I don't have $1 million, but this other guy over there who done stuck his dang and everybody else got $1 million, and next thing you know, she's over there talking to him. Okay? I done lived in New York. I done been to the biggest parties, the biggest get-togethers, bro. Okay, surrounded by investment bankers, people who work on Wall Street with millions of dollars. I'm telling you what I saw. Okay, the same thing that you're hearing these women sit here and spew right to your face, bro. This is exactly on what I see in the real world. Okay, and understanding that this is what happens to most of the women. I don't care if you don't believe me. I'm telling you what happens. I'm telling you on why everybody who ends up going out there messing around ends up getting burnt, bro. Ends up messing with somebody that's going to, do something to you that's going to be very destructive to your life. Okay. And most of the time, what happens is, like I said, these women get passed around. Listen to me now. They get passed around, bro. Okay. The first guy picks her up, makes her think that she's all that, builds her heads up, keeps her on the roster for about 3 weeks, and then dumps her off. And then he passes her to his homeboy. Okay. And his homeboy passes her to another homeboy. And so on and so on and so on. The cycle, new women just like this, 24/7. I've seen it happen. All right. Passing these women around. And guess what? The women sign up for it and they have no problems with doing what it is I told you to do. Why? Because of the way the society is created. Okay, I told you they set this up like this for a reason, bro. And this is why there's so much imbalance. This is why it is not even safe no more. I'm telling you what they do, bro. I saw it with my own two eyes. All right. And because you're a regular man out here, because you don't know yourself, because you're depleted of energy, bro. All right. The playing field is really uneven. All right. You don't even stand a chance against these 1% top men, bro, because you're a depleted coomer. All right. I told you the one thing that has always kept me in the likes of women, no matter who I hang around with. I told you I have plenty of successful friends, and even when I hang out with them, their women show me interest. Okay, and that should tell you something because I don't have money. All right, I'm working with what my natural gifts are, which is just my glow and my charisma, which I got from retaining my seed. Okay, so I'm telling you on what you need to do as a man to set yourself apart. I'm telling you on what you need to do, bro, to protect yourself out here. Because if you do not, you are going to become a victim like 90% of men out here who have already been through it, bro. All right. They got battle wounds. And now they're out here running around claiming MGTOW. Okay. This is the type of stuff that you guys got to be aware of, man. You got to be smart, man. You can't be out here a victim, man. Okay. We're men. We're logical, rational, smart thinking men. Okay. We can see a trap a mile away, especially when we're retaining our seed. Okay. And this is the whole problem. This is the whole problem, man, because this is the way society has raised our women with no men around. Okay. This is why society has raised our women, bro, with all these different groups that they done created to mislead people, right? This is why it's important. It all starts in the home. If the home was a solid home, if both mother and father were there, there was no infiltration from the outside world. You're going to have little ones grow up to be perfect individuals, perfect, upstanding human beings. But because of infiltration, because of how society is, because of how low vibration and low frequency everything is, when that household is set apart, man, they infiltrate both the parents and the little ones. And this is why all of society looks the exact same. This is why there is damage in every single household across America, bro. It doesn't matter what household it is. You can look at all the rich people to all the poor people. Okay, there is no gaps in between. Go look at all the rich people. Look how bad and unsuccessful their family lives are, and they got all the money. Go look how depressing their lives is. Go look how destroyed and broken apart their families are. Okay, and you can see the same thing happening on the lower level with us regular people, and it's all started from this agenda. Okay, and now you understand why I am so passionate about telling you what you need to do, bro, because I have seen it with my own two eyes, man. I understand how scary it is out there. Okay, a lot of you guys don't. A lot of you are green. You have no idea, bro. This world is damn scary, bro. Okay, I'm not using no other word. I'm not going to soften that up. I'm telling you the truth. This world is damn scary, bro. Okay. And for you to be walking out there blind, okay, it's just a matter of time, man. You could end up losing your life, bro. You could end up getting thrown in jail, bro. You can end up having all of these random things. You just heard how these women were talking. These women are sleeping with multiple men. These women have boyfriends and are cheating on their boyfriends. These women have husbands and they're cheating on their husbands. These women are sleeping with celebrities, which I just told you that they're the ones responsible for passing all these damn S, T, and the D's around. And then here you come. Here you come. All right. Getting the leftovers from society. All right. That men have just ran through these women and now we just let them go. This is why we even have the options that we have, bro. Because if you want to know something really true, bro, every woman has that mindset put instilled in her as a little girl to go and find the most successful man. And because of that, that is the number one trap that she's going to fall into, bar none, in our society. And now you see why we have so much backlash. All right. Now you see why there's no happiness. All right. Because you can't have happiness in a world like this with no family homes. That is the start of all of these problems. Okay. This is why you have so much dysfunction and so many dysfunctional people because every single family has been infiltrated. Every single one of them. Every home I've ever went to, I'm telling you the truth. Every home I've ever went to, anybody I've ever known that has came from a family that is broken apart has dysfunction. Okay, major dysfunction. Okay, I grew up in a small town in Texas, man. Okay, I'm used to seeing real families stick together. I'm used to seeing on what a family looks like when the mother and the father raise all of the offspring and how they come out and how they go out in the world and live their lives. And let me tell you something. It is a completely different story from what we have here in our modern day in 2026 women that we are dealing with. Okay. The product, bro, of broken households. All right. And this is the risk that you guys are running around out there about to get yourselves involved in. All right. Because you weren't taught sexual discipline at a young age because your father wasn't around. And even if he was, I'm pretty sure that he didn't even get the message. Okay. So I know that most of the people out here still fall into these traps. Okay. They're still ignore the messages. They're still going to go out here and think that they can do whatever they want. But they're going to find out the hard way. Okay, they're going to find out how tough this world really is, and how there is no emotion, there is no empathy, and this dog eat dog. People are in their low vibrational red chakra energy, bro, which is survival. Okay, and this is their behavior because they are using you as a resource, they're using you as a come up. All right, but you want to still think that you're him. Okay, in a society like this, where I told you that this is the way the women are acting. And how do you beat arrogant, cocky women like that? By retaining seed, by pulling back, by showing them who has the power, bro. You got the fullness. Make them go use the toys. And eventually, they're going to want to straighten up. Why? Even if they all decided to fight it, even if they all decided to fight it, what's going to happen? They're going to breed in a whole other generation of women who are now going to be playing with toys, who are now going to have damaged wombs, who are now going to have damaged, organs where they can't have pleasure no more. Eventually, they're going to wake up. Eventually, they're going to go back to what's natural because guess what? That's where the Most High made the game, bro. It's called balance. Do you want to restore life? Do you want to restore everything back to you, gentlemen? Do you want your power back? Do you want true connections? Do you want to find a true divine partner? Then this is what you're going to have to do. Okay? This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to leave this world behind because if you don't, you're going to be dealing with women just like this. They are a dime and a dozen out here, bro. Good luck finding that needle in the haystack, bro. You're not gonna go find it because you're out there looking for it. You gotta let that come to you. You gotta turn on your magnetism, bro, and let that pin come to you. This is the way it works. This is the way smart men think. And while you're on your journey doing all that, you're becoming the best version that you could ever be. You're attracting whatever you could bring to your life, becoming the greatest version, bro. And all the eyes are on you, and then you're gonna have plenty of options. Okay, then you're gonna be able to pick through 7 or 8 different narcissists. Okay, you're gonna be able to see a completely different story, man, when you're the person back being the person who's being chosen on, instead of being the person coming out here low in energy, seeking validation, chasing, losing your frame, losing your position. Okay, and then, like I said, you end up manifesting all of those negative things as a result of that. So this is all I really wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna play another clip here, but I got somebody here in the panel, bro. That I'm gonna call him right up and speak real quick. Is it so? Is it so who just stepped in here in the building today? So go ahead and come on, bro. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you, bro.
What's up, Darius? This is Semen, man. This is Semen, man. I'm right now on my way back home from work right now. I just came in, seeing you live, man. I wanted to talk, but I'll be back to my house like in 30 minutes. I'm gonna stay on the panel, but I'm not gonna speak right now because I'm on the way back home, man. Everything you saying, I agree with. You know what I'm saying? And wholeheartedly, man, you the king of this SR movement, man. You the king of this stuff, man. And I want to get my side of this, my story, and give you my experience and my days, but I can't do it right now. Like in 30 minutes, if you still on, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get it on. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say my part, man. That's cool with you.
That works, bro. Go ahead and tap back in, man. And next time when you call back in, bro, mute. I think I'm getting an echo, man. So you might be like broadcasting on like 2 different things. So try to turn down the volume of your radio or device that you're listening to.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that. But I'm gonna come if you still on by the time I'm ready. I'm gonna definitely get on and speak.
All right, man. We'll talk with you soon, brother.
Okay, thank you.
So, guys, I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm drawing this picture pretty clear for you guys, okay? Because this is pretty easy to see, man. Okay, this is really easy to see. Okay, it shouldn't be difficult for you guys to understand on what I'm showing you here. Okay, you're hearing the way these women are talking, bro. Okay, this is what we're going to be dealing with in 2026 moving forward. I want you to understand that this is what we are going to and as men out here. Okay. And now you can see why I'm so serious on my stance. I've seen it all. Okay. I've seen it all, bro. I've dealt with a woman. I've been with a woman for a long time. I've seen a woman that I've been with for a long time completely change. Okay. And then I got with a completely new woman. Guess what? Some of the same things were that happened with the old woman happened with the new woman, which signifies to you that this is something that is just taking over society. This is what women have unfortunately evolved to. It's a survival mechanism in society where they see us as resources and nothing more. Okay, and they don't have any empathy. They don't have any towards what happens to us. All right, and this is why so many men are broken. Okay, I cannot make it up, bro. It's just why so many men are broken, and so many men will never find out what exactly happened to them. All right, because the first thing that they need to understand, man, is they need to stop. All right, if they do that, they're going to be able to see what's going on. But so many men out here, like I said, because the way the society is, we don't get enough attention, we don't get enough intimacy, and we go out here and we put ourselves in harm's way. Okay, this is just a fact. So I'm gonna play the rest of this clip, and I want you guys to continue to listen to what's going on
Somebody in the car realized how a nigga baby mom so fucking big car. And her first love, even now she had the nigga she was on a date with. Somebody in this car, you make it every chance you can. Somebody in this car, had a piece of somebody in this car, it turned into a new happy than it used to. Somebody in this car, somebody in this motherfucking car, I love somebody in this car fucking this stuff up. Somebody with the door.
here. Are you guys hearing this, man? I'm just confused. Are you guys hearing this, bro? Are you hearing what these women are saying? This is a joke. This is not a joke. This is really what's happening out there. Why? Because of influences just like this. The powers that be that sit back and control social media. Oh yeah, they're gonna give a video like this 100,000 views. They're gonna affect at least 50,000 women with the same mindset. Because guess what? Women are pretty much high mind. They're pretty much together. They're pretty much, you know, gonna agree with each other and come in agreement on things. When they hear stuff like this and it's being promoted and it's made to look like it's fun and playful, you can bet your ASS, man, that most of the women out here have taken part in most of these things that I've just played. And you've heard some pretty disgusting things. Okay? The last one was there's someone in the car sleeping with their stepfather. And you want to know what? I honestly believe it's happening a lot more. I've been in some weird situations, man, where I've been with women and I've seen the way they interact with their stepfather, bro. And I'm telling you, man, there's some weird stuff been going on, bro, and I don't doubt it one bit. Matter of fact, I don't doubt it. Okay, I really believe that this is the way people are acting out here. I told you we are in the end times. Okay, and this is being displayed to us. These end time type of scenarios where we have women out here that are, boldly, admitting like this to the internet, man, should signify to you on what times we're in. This is the end times, man. Our women are gone, bro. They are lost. Okay. And most of them out there, like I said, if there's any good ones left, they're pretty much wrapped up in a relationship, probably have 4 or 5 kids. And ain't nobody gonna want to deal with, come in and play second to that. And I don't blame them. Okay. And I don't blame them. But this is our options here in America. And they're forever continuing to mess up our options, making it harder and harder and harder for us to find happiness in a relationship. And now you see why the corn is the number one most popular thing. Now you can see why OnlyFans is so popular. Okay. Now you can see why flying out of the country, becoming a passport bro is so popular because America has fallen. Okay. This place is all about money. Okay. It is not about love. It is not about family. This is what we're going to be dealing with in 2026. Okay. We're going to be dealing with people in a mindset just like this. And I told you, bro, I told you, the women need a savior. Okay. The women need a savior, bro. Okay. The women definitely need a savior, bro, because they're the ones out here, bro, without anyone telling them to go in the right direction. Okay, instead they're giving all influencers, the Nicki Minaj's, the Cardi B's, bro, look at the leadership that they were given, okay? And you can understand why women are the way that they are, okay, in 2026. I told you, man, without no one in the household, without that main rock, okay? I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that all men are gonna play this position in this role. No, the women still got the same kind of job. They still got to go out there and find themselves good men. But I can promise you this: it is a hell of a lot easier for a woman to find a good man than it is for a man to find a good woman. Okay, that I can tell you the truth. Okay? Because like I said, most of the men out here, the good men out here, or the men out here are not trying to be seen. They're just working their job. They're going home. They're taking care of themselves as far as things, their self retention, and because of that, bro, like I said, man, we're going to be off the scene. All right. So we're going to be kind of hard to find too. But so now you can see why there's so much problems in society, bro. No one is going to find happiness in marriage, bro. This is why everybody is going abroad. Okay. Even the women now are passporting up. I kid you not. I wish I had the video. Maybe I'll find it here in a sec. But there's videos now that they're making, complete channels talking about their experiences flying to these different countries and being a passport girl, and being a passport woman. Okay, yeah, they have the same thing. You gotta think about the same thing, bro. Okay, so instead of us doing something about the problems that we have here in our society, we're looking outside of ourselves again. There we go again, leaving. Not trying to fix the problems that we got here, not trying to see if there's something that we can do. And listen, I'm not trying to say that this is something I'm trying to fix. All I'm trying to say is you should be fixing yourself. And you shouldn't be worrying about what's going on here, okay? Because the more that you stay involved, the more that you're worried about what's going on, the more that you're going to keep in your energy. I told you, man, this is why we are practicing this practice, man, because we have a tunnel vision. We're focused on our goals. And anything that tries to come between that goal, okay, it's going to have to be the right thing, okay? We're not out here just playing around anymore. Okay? We see the way our counterparts are acting. And if you try to tell me that that is not a risk to go out there in 2026 and hear how these women are talking, bro, when you're not around, and you want to go and think that you're going to make a happy home, a happy wife out of that because you put a ring on her finger or you maybe gave her some money, not understanding that she's been passed around, bro. And I literally mean this. I hate this, man. I hate it so much, bro. I hate so much that our women, most of the women out here are ruined, bro. I hate it so much, bro. I hate it so
What's
much,
up,
man. That
Darius?
one of the main
Can
reasons
you hear
I'm
me?
okay. I hate it so much, man. That I still give it chances. I still go out to restaurants all the time. I still do all of these things. I still try to give it a chance, but I still see that, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, man. To the point where you can't even really approach a woman anymore. Okay, she's been approached so many times. She's had so many different opportunities with so many people, bro, that like I said, you got to be damn near him to get any type of respect or any type of response from a woman in 2026. This is just what it is, man. I just want you guys to understand, man, that this is why I'm going to continue to do what I do. Okay, because like I said, man, all I'm doing now is making myself better. Okay, eventually they're gonna.
Can you hear me, Darius?
It's just the
I,
way it
I
is.
can't.
They're gonna find me.
Hello?
And because of that, man, this is how I know things are gonna work out and retainers. Because like I said, we're not seeking a woman out there who is truly find us. Okay, and we're not out here digging through the pile of rubbish. All right, trying to find that diamond, trying to find that root. This is just what it is. So I'm gonna finish this video for you guys real quick.
Somebody in this car took underage kids to her ex nigga's job, girlfriend's job to fuck up the place. Somebody in this car was in the back of the police car. Somebody in this car had a girl come to her as a woman and told her, "Oh, baby, it would never be me." The whole time it was them. It was them.
How's that sound? Is it sounding still good? You guys, let me know if you guys are having audio issues. I hear somebody saying in the comments audio issues. Let me know how it sounds real quick, you guys.
Can you hear me, Darius? I'm ready to speak now. Hello?
Awesome. Appreciate it. Okay. So Jim, Truth in Broadcasting, you guys said that the sound's okay. I just want to make sure before I get going. All right, hold on one second. Let me try something. Check. How's that sound, guys? Let me know if this sounds better. Awesome. How's that
What's up,
sound?
Darius?
Does that
Can you hear
sound
me,
good,
man?
guys? Check.
I can hear you. I can hear you good.
I don't know what's going on with the sound. You guys gotta let me know.
Hey, Darius, can you hear me?
All right, let me play this last clip right here, and then I'll take some guys to the panel. So give me 1 second here.
She been like, for 6 months, y'all, she been telling me her son, her whole brother, 6 months. I know y'all. Check her out, y'all. She been like, for 6 months, y'all, she been telling me her son, her whole brother. You right, it don't even matter. I'm just gonna get my stuff. I'm gonna get my stuff. Don't worry about my business. Don't worry about my business. None of that. They don't care. You still been playing. You bogus. You bogus. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know they my keys though. I ain't said it was my niece and nephew. I ain't lying said it was my niece and nephew. You know, I had to find out through some other people. This a whole son. This a whole shit. You sure?
I got a headache just from listening to that. I would have never listen, man. In a million years, you could have never paid me and put me in a situation. I am so over situations like that. This is the whole reason I'm 4 years retention. I think that proves my point enough. Okay, I am 4 years strong. I don't know one man that's doing that. 4 years strong. When I tell you that I took that energy and I listened to stuff like this, and I took my problems, I hear what other people are going through, and I put it all together, bro. And the best plan for me to come up with, because I have a logical thinking brain, unlike most of you guys out there who are depleted criminals out there on those ashy kneecaps watching up, okay, paying for SEX, flying out of town, being a passport, bro, okay, taking your energy to other countries. All right, instead of acting like that, this is what I did. Okay, I focused on myself. I went within. I became the greatest version. Okay, and now when I go out in the public, okay, best believe I'm not running down on nothing. I'm not running down on nothing. Okay, I put out the signal, bro. I put out the signal. They sense the signal. That is how nature works. That is how you're supposed to be conducting yourself as a man. Okay, doing all this other stuff, cat calling, going out there, cold approaching, going on these dating apps. Okay, all you are doing is setting yourself up for complete embarrassment and failure. All right. You fell into the trap. Okay. Because if you were a retainer, guess what? All this stuff around the outside world that these people doing don't affect you. It can't affect you. These people don't affect me. A girl walking down the street with her cleavage out doesn't affect me. A girl walking down the block, bro, with her cheeks out does not affect me. I am a retainer. That affects the people who are not retaining. That affects all the people, bro, who have not learned how to conserve their energy. Okay. And when I told you, if you guys want to restore this balance, if you guys want to gain your power back, you take the D out of the equation. I don't understand what you guys don't understand. Okay. Let them play with the toys. Let them mess up their little balls down there and go numb and have no feeling. Okay. Let them be in depression. We're the rock. We're the testosterone. We're the masculine. We don't bend. We don't fold, bro. But y'all do. Oh, baby, please come back. Don't leave me. Oh, don't leave me, baby. Please come back. Oh, I don't know what I'm ever gonna do. I don't think I'm ever gonna find a piece of love again around here. This is the attitude that
Up
you
there,
guys
you
have
hit me down, man.
when you were depleted and defeated. You don't have no testosterone. You lost your brain. This is how you act. You really believe that you're out here and you don't have. You really believe that you don't have out here. You really believe that you're in a state of lack, okay, because of way the society is. You really believe that, bro. That is furthest from the truth, man. Okay, I told you on how you get your power back as a man, how you get your stuff in line as a man. This is how you do it. You stop giving in to their power. All right, you take back your power. Tell her you can walk around all you want looking like that. All that's going to bring is consequences and karma to you. Okay, because we already know what's going to happen when a woman walks around like that. She's going to attract bad attention, and that bad attention can end up taking her life. That bad attention can end up being in the form of a stalker that follows her around for the rest of her life and waits for one specific day to, do something harmful to her. Let them learn their own lessons. This is the results. Again, the results because we came up in a system, man, was designed to rip apart the family. And now you having people growing up out here with no guidance, no leadership. Okay. And I told you it affects the women the worst, bro. They have more of what is desired, okay, in society. That is more that has more power that can be used as an agenda. This is why Satan went after the women. He went after them because then he can get us, right? And you can see how you take your D out of this equation, bro. There's no more problem for you. Okay. You've completely got a remedy now for everything that's going on in society. You don't wash your corn no more. You're not going out here you're not catcalling. You're not out here chasing and running down on no women, bro. Now all of a sudden now you don't level up. You don't became a real retainer, bro. You don't became handsome and sharp. And now what's happening is now you're out here in the real world, bro, taking care of business. Okay. And this is just what it is, bro. All right. This is what I've been telling you guys. This is what we need to do, man. For the longest time, I've been telling you guys, this is what we need to do. All right. And I had to be up here and be the example to show you that you're not going to die, bro. Okay. You're not going to go crazy. I've heard so many stupid lies about retention. It just makes me sick, bro. So many people out here just making stuff up, bro. The way these people think, they make you think that if you go out here, bro, and you instead of release your seed, that you're gonna lose life or something. You're gonna lose your hairline. You're gonna lose confidence. You're gonna lose swag. You're gonna lose your muscle because you're not getting any. This is our society, bro. This is what men think. Okay, men really think that this is what is going to happen as a result of them retaining your seed, bro. As a result of you retaining your seed, you're going to become way more attractive. You're going to become way better than your version was ever previously. Okay, I want you to understand that. Okay, there is no downsides to retaining your seed. but I can sit here all day and go down the list and name all of the damn bad things about releasing your seed all day. Okay, do I need to bring it back up again? Give me one positive benefit of releasing your seed. Okay, right now in the comment section, give me one positive benefit of releasing your seed. Go, give me one. I just want one positive one that's going to make me overthink the whole process, bro, and stop what I'm doing and go back to being a depleted Coomer tomorrow. Show me one. Just give me one. Just all I want is one. Just give me one good thing about releasing your seed. One positive benefit. Just give me one. All I want is one. You can give me one, right? Just one. I'm going to be able to give you hundreds of negatives. Okay, we just talked about a whole bunch of them. Look at dealing with those women. Look at all those negatives. You're going to deal with a woman just like that. Look at all those negatives. All right, just give me one positive when I'm releasing it. I'm waiting. I am waiting. You can't, okay? Because there isn't any. And we weren't supposed to be living like that, okay? We have to take responsibility, bro, at some point, even though it's not our fault. But guess what, guys? Let me explain something to you. Let's say you own a house, right? And somebody comes to your house, right? And they decide to come up to your doorstep, right? And they decide to take, cow manure and throw cow manure all over your doorstep and all over your driveway. Let me ask you a question, okay? Who is going to clean up that cow manure? Who's going to clean up that cow manure? It's going to be you. You have to take responsibility. Just because somebody else did something, bro, and it has a consequence towards you doesn't mean that it's necessarily that other person's responsibility. It's your responsibility to take control of your life, to understand what's going on out here, to understand on the traps that are being set for you as a man, and how you need to mature really fast before you do one of these guys out here, bro, and you end up in the jail cell. You end up getting caught up in these traps, and women now got you, bro, and using, the one against you, got you on the system, bro, and now they're ruining your life. Okay, this is our steps that we are taking here in 2026 when we're not retaining our seat. We're stepping towards inevitable, bro. Which I told you, the inevitable is to fall into the system, bro. All right, and be, have our lives destroyed. This is essentially what is going to happen to most of the men who fail to heed to this message. Right, and that's all I'm trying to tell you. All right, I'm gonna let Saw come in real quick and take the floor. Saw, come on in, bro. Good to see you, bro. How you doing today, Saw, bro?
What's up, Darius, man? How y'all doing, man? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Darius?
I can hear you. We got some feedback. I don't know why we're getting feedback. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, man. But I'm gonna start off saying, man, I don't care what nobody say, man. Semen retention, bro, it's the truth. It's the damn truth, man. Because before I experienced this practice, I was not looking at life the same. I did not see what was going on. I was not aware of the things that was going on. I now see, and it's evident right now what's going on in society in this world, bro. You have to have your energy on high. You have to retain your sexual energy to have some advantage out here. To go through this matrix and see what's going on. If not, you're going to get got. Going to get got, man. And it's crazy because I came across your channel like years ago, Darius. I remember you was in a 20-month streak, and now you're going 4 years. And I learned so much from you, on the retention journey. You made me not give up on it, even when I had my slip ups in the past. You what I'm saying, helped me get back on my journey, man. Right now, I'm currently on 77 days right now of retention.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, man. And I feel amazing, and I feel amazing, man. Anybody out there is still down this journey, man, you crazy. I'm not saying you crazy, but man, You are crazy because what's going on out here? If you out here, like he said, with empty balls, you depleting yourself. You are on these websites. You are only lowering your frequency. You are destroying yourself every single day. You cannot function out here in this time without your life force energy, man. It's not a game. It's not a joke, man. It's serious. It's getting serious out here. If I wasn't on this journey, man, I don't know where would I would be. I don't know what I would be doing. I'll be somewhere. I would be completely. I'll be walking around like everybody else, not knowing what's going on, blinded, depressed. I would not. I would not even have found your channel. There's other people because I would be so on a low frequency. Whatever you saying, I would be repelled by it. But since I'm on this frequency, I can understand this. I can hear it, and it's like food. It's like music to my ears. You know.
Oh yeah, I can hear it in your voice, Saw, bro. Listen, man. The one thing that I'm good at, bro, I can tell who's really retaining their seed, man. All right, and I can hear it in your voice, bro. I can hear it. I can see it in your demeanor, and I can hear it in your voice, bro. I'm very happy that this practice has helped you out, Saw, bro. What are you gonna do? What are you thinking for long-term goals? Are you gonna be doing this as a mean to create something? Are you doing this as a mean for to fill a void in some areas of your life, or what are you doing retention for?
I'm doing retention because I'm upset. I am kind of angry with the state of the world. I'm angry that I was not taught this in school. I'm angry. I'm angry of the state of men, the state of women right now. I want to raise my vibration so high. I want to be so the best version I can be. I won't succumb to this world and the things that's out here to attack, especially men. With all the garbage on TV, the food, the music. I want to create the best life for myself, and I want to eventually help other men. On the same to get on the same path. And my goal of retention is going the longest I can possibly go and cultivate as much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, and eventually create ways for like men like us retainers, so we don't have to go out and work in these jobs in these low vibrational places where we can make money from our knowledge, from our wisdom. When we sharing knowledge, we doing big things, and we are so powerful. We become our own elite. We like the elite. That's my end goal. We know so much
Absolutely.
now. We so tapped in. We are more powerful than the so-called elite because
Absolutely.
we took this knowledge, this occult knowledge that's hidden from us, that we know all the mixes and all of them using. We taking this knowledge now, and we are putting it in our life, and we spreading it to the men. We spreading it to the people. So now we are an elite, powerful man. We are stepping to our true self. Because I always like to say, just because you a male with a penis and balls and muscles, don't mean you a man. A man is a man who can be in control and retain his seminal fluid and raise it upward to the brain. That's a real man. If
I
not,
like
if you're
that,
doing that,
bro.
you're just an animal out here barking and like a dog. That's all you are. You can't think above sex or food. That's it. You can't think in the higher centers of the brain, the chakras, because you are empty of fluid and oil and chrism oil. Like you
Say
like to
that,
say.
bro.
Yeah, so that's my goal with this man, to go as far as possible, man, and reach at the highest heights.
And you're gonna do that, bro. I mean, Saw, bro. Like I said, man, I can hear it in your voice. All right. I've listened to a lot of people talk, bro, and I can tell when a man's retaining the seed, bro. You can hear it, man. It's the passion in your voice. All right, the energy behind of what you speak. All right, like I said, some things, you don't even have to, go over it and say it over and over again. I can hear it the first time you say it, bro. Like, bro, I can hear it in your voice, man. So tell us, Saw, what's the longest streak that you've been on?
It's crazy that you say that. The longest streak. It's crazy that this how the universe, this how God had me. I had it was about in 2023, man. I had early 2023. I had got into some trouble, man, and I got arrested. And I knew about retention prior to getting arrested. My longest streak was 10 months and I did it incarcerated, man. And let me tell you my experience, man. I I seen things working for me while I was arrested. I seen me predicting things while I was locked up. I can remember when it was like a we was doing like a game. The inmates was doing a game with the COs, right? We was doing the game or something, and it was like we had to draw. We had to pick something. It was like a bag. We had to pick a certain number, and then whoever gets it wins. And he told us to pick the number, and whoever wins get this prize or whatever. And I told my celly, I said, I guarantee he's gonna pick so and so number. I said, look, I bet he's gonna pick this number. Right, right after, shortly later, the number I said he was gonna pick, he picked it. He called my name. He said, bro, you just said that. I was like, yeah, I told you. It was. My point is, longer you go, no, I don't care where you at. I don't care if they have you locked up. I don't care if you anywhere. Be in control of that energy, because even when guys locked up, they still are doing things like getting off to the CO, women COs, or they still find ways to let go of this energy. My point is, energy enhance your intuition skills. It speeds up manifestation. If I wasn't holding on to this, I guarantee I would not have got out as early. Certain things when I had work out, I would not be protected like I was in there. I would not be as strong. I would not have the energy to get up and do my burpees and my push-ups. So my longest streak was 10 months, and it was amazing, man. I had this 6 months in there, and the rest of them I had did 4 more months. When I came home, I met somebody, and that's how it ended. But altogether, it was 10 months, man, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go longer and reach the highest heights of this journey, because I feel like still, with all the knowledge we have, I feel like I still only had touched the tip of the iceberg with this journey, man.
Facts.
And yeah, man, it's just great, man. I love it.
Listen, bro. I love your inspiration, bro. You were inspired, bro. And congratulations, like I said, on 10 months, bro. That's an impressive streak, bro. Okay. Here's what I want you guys to understand. I know we have me and Nick as the example, and sometimes I could sit up here and seems like I'm sitting on a throne on a high spot, and I'm unempathetic about people's, smaller journeys. Listen, this is what I want you guys to understand. Okay. I want you guys to hit 100+ days of retention, period. Okay. I don't care how you get there. All right. And listen, I really don't care how you get there, because I understand that everybody's not shooting for God mode. Everybody's not trying to be, the smartest person in the world just for conversation's sakes, right? Everybody's not trying to do that. We're all different. Don't get me wrong. I could sit here and I could dress it up real nice and make it seem like it's so appealing and something that you should aspire to do. But if that doesn't resonate with you, that doesn't resonate with you. Okay. We all have different positions in life, man. And that's just what it is. So retaining your speed, bro, no matter how you do it, is the goal. Okay. But want to do is we want to build up those stores. I told you, every 100 days you are building up stores, and every stores that you build up, they add up and they accumulate to your highest amount of energy, right? And when you have your highest amount of energy, aka unlocking your brain, bro, you're going to be able to access more of your brain. This is the whole name of the game. This is why we're doing what we're doing. We're trying to untap Christ consciousness. We're trying to make this process, transpire and reach that seed, reach our brain into enlightenment. This is what we're doing when we're doing retention. Okay. On the way towards that, bro, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be all sorts of things that are going to be difficult in your life. But you guys need to understand on the reason why we are really doing this. We're not doing this for any other reason, but like Sauce said, in order to become our best version, in order to try to unlock the highest gifts in this game. And we've all heard from the movies, from the clips, from the videos that I play on the channel, we all understand on what's on the line. Okay. We all understand that we have a shot to be able to be successful. We have a shot to be great in our lives, man. We have a shot to leave a legacy behind, bro. And this is why I am so passionate about retention, because you guys don't seem to understand time is short down here. What did you do with it? Okay. What did you do with it? Did you do something that was going to invest in you? Okay. We invest in everything else. We invest in other people. We invest in, stock markets. We invest in money. We do all these other things, investing in every other place except to ourselves. And this is the whole thing that I want to get you guys to understand about retention. You must do this. This is an investment for yourself. It's the best investment for yourself. It's going to give you the biggest return on it. I promise you that. Okay. We got my man Truth and Broadcasting Station that just stopped in the building, bro. And he's going to be able to come up here and tell you exactly what I'm saying. Okay. You want to invest your money, bro. Okay. And you want to save it for the correct purchase. And on your way to doing that, man, like I said, you're going to accumulate so much knowledge and wisdom, things that are going to go with you for the rest of your life. They're going to be able to create resources for you. This is what I'm telling you, man. This is almost like a skill trade, bro. Okay. And I really believe that this trade is more valuable in the modern world than a trade like building or, or selling, or, this trade here, man, is going to be able to help so many more people, as well as access different parts of your brain, making you more intelligent, a higher IQ, creating the better world for yourself. Okay. And this is just the facts. So I'm going to let my man, True speak real quick, bro. And then you could come back up right after he takes down whatever he needs to say, my man. All right.
Gotcha. Mute up, bro.
All right. True. Go ahead, my man. True.
Yo, what's up, man? How's it been?
We're doing good. How are you, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Fantastic. Yo, listen, Sire, are you next? Is he next to a subway line? Because it sounds like
man. I just got back from work. I just got off work, man. I'm on a train, man.
I can hear. I can recognize the train. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got off work, man. And look, I wanted to talk when I got home, but I was like, man, I don't want to miss this retain the hotline because I ain't get the chance to speak it so long. So I just said, whatever, man, I'm gonna hop on and speak, man.
No, absolutely.
And we want to hear from you again. Don't go nowhere. So I'm gonna let Truth rap for a minute. Then feel free to brainstorm some stuff and come back and do what you want, brother.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, earlier in the chat, Darius. Yeah, you were. It sounded like you were like underwater. But now
they were hating on me again, huh? They've been hating on me, bro. Did it last a long time?
Yeah, no, it did. It did quite a bit because some of the videos you play, we weren't able to hear it that well. But now,
thanks for telling me. I'll play them again after this, bro. Yo, Truth, you cut out, bro. Truth. Hey, Truth cut out, man. What happened, Truth? Truth, we have no sound from you, bro. Okay, well, I'm going to take the opportunity to replay those videos until Truth gets himself back up. Now, you guys were able to hear what I was saying, though, right? You guys were able to hear my points that I was giving, but the videos that were you're saying you couldn't hear most of the videos. Basically, what I was playing on the videos, man, again, they were just examples of why we are doing what we're doing in 2026, okay? And why women aren't safe anymore, bro, because there's just too many things going on right now. There's too many influences in the world, bro. And I told you guys, because of the construction of this society, man, and how they've gone into our family homes at a young age, and they've come in between the family. They came in between the man and the woman, bro, and they've caused division in the home. And what ultimately happens is you have two siblings that are growing up, bro, with no protection, okay, with no one there to teach them, okay, no one there to mold them into young adults, right? And because of this, like I said, this is one of the main reasons these influencers are able to infiltrate the home. And as a result of that, we raise these people to grow up in our society, and this is their influence. All right. We have people out here, like I said, that are just using people for resources, using people for come ups. Okay. This is basically what's been going on. Okay. And I want you guys to understand, man, that this is why we are retaining our seed, bro, because you're going to avoid these traps. These are serious traps, man. This is not a joke, you guys. Okay. I really want you to understand this is not a joke, you guys. All right. Now I'm going to play this clip one more time. All right. And I just want you to listen. I'm not even going to comment on it. I just want you to listen and hear how these women are talking, bro. Okay. And understand that this is going to be you. This is going to be you. Since you think it's a joke out here, since you think that none of the stuff that I'm talking about is real and it doesn't apply to you, and you're just going to be able to go out here because you maybe wear a condom, or you don't go out here and mess with random women. You only mess with women who, you think that are okay, and you don't seem to understand that this has affected pretty much all the women, bro. Okay. Because like I said, you're definitely not going to be their first choice if you're anything other than a 1% man. Okay. Because that's what they've been shown. That's what they've been brainwashed with. Okay. They really believe that that's what they're entitled to. And because of that, like I said, the rest of the guys in society, all right, are having to deal with the box of corn and some tissue. All right. While the rest of these women are going around in our society and they're getting passed around by these men. Okay. I really want you to understand this, man. I have millionaire friends, bro, big baller friends, man. I watch how they passed around women, bro. Okay. I was never one of those I was never one of those people, bro. But I sure in the hell watched on how they passed around these women, man. Okay. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, man. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that society has our women's minds right now. Okay. And their only goal is survival. Okay. And they're going to obviously follow the power structure. We told you women follow two things: power and, basically money. This is what they follow. This is the proof. They can sit here and argue all they want. This is what they follow, bro. The proof is in the pudding. Okay. So with that being known, bro, this is what they're going to be dealing with. All right. They're going to be dealing with these men up there who are no good. All right. Who have rigged the system. Okay. I told you, mostly secret society, high placed men. All right. Who end up passing these women around. Okay. And because of that, these different S and the T's and the D's get passed around. And I told you guys, they trickle on down to our regular people, because what ends up happening after she's been passed through the ringer, after she's been passed around so many times, destroyed, and she sees that she can't keep a 1% man. She was never meant to keep a 1% man. He was only there to use your box. That's what it's always been about. Okay. You were the gullible one, because I guarantee your father didn't tell you that when you got older. All right. Because most of you didn't have your father. Most of you don't like your father as women. Okay. And that's karma all by itself, because look what you went through. Look how your life turned out. You don't like your father, but look how your life turned out. If your father would have been there, regardless if it was his fault or your mother's fault, whoever's fault it was, regardless. Okay. If you would have had both of those parents in the home, your upbringing would have been totally different. Okay. You'd have been sheltered from a lot of these things. Okay. You would have not been one of these people out here who are a part of this matrix. And that's just the facts. Okay. I'm proving that to you guys. And here, what I want you to do is I just want you to listen to this again. I want you to listen how women are in 2026, bro. I want you to listen on what they talk about. Okay. I want you to understand that this is you. This is your girl talking. This is multiple women here. There's like 10 women here that I'm going to be playing these different videos, and all of them are saying the same thing. This is you. This is your girlfriend. Okay. This is your woman that you're dealing with on the side that's out here living a life that you don't know about, because you don't understand what life is like on her perspective. And I just gave it to you. I gave you the picture and the eyes to see what's going on in society. Okay. Now you understand why pretty much all the women are affected. I don't care where you go, bro. Any professional woman has been affected by one of them men. This is why I don't mess with professional women no more. I'm done with professional women, bro. I turned down 2 professional women, bro, who made over $100,000 a year, bro, who really wanted me, and I couldn't do it, because I already know what that woman's been through. I already know she's been passed around. I already know when you are put in a professional environment as a woman, you are going to be taken advantage of. Okay. This is why men and women shouldn't work together. This is why when I was younger and I was dating women, bro, and I knew my woman worked in a male office with all men, and she was like one of the only women, like I already knew what was going to happen in the future. And guess what? it surely took place. Okay. Like I told you guys, it doesn't matter how good you are, doesn't matter how good looking you are. Okay. These are the things that are going to happen because this is the way our society is. And I want you guys to be safe. So check out this video real quick. State of mind.
This car still talk to their ex. Somebody in this car got a boyfriend but still cheating. Somebody in this car still talk to their ex.
Somebody in this car got a whole bunch of niggas but claims she got one. Somebody in this car go on multiple vacations with different niggas.
Somebody in this car swear they in love, be the new nigga the next week.
Somebody in this car just cheated on their boyfriend a few weeks ago. Somebody in this car got 2 boyfriends right now, 2 different area codes.
Damn, we get lost for words. Going bone for bone.
Y'all mean.
Come on, Twitter. Somebody in this car think they over their ex, but they really not.
Somebody in this car want to get married so bad.
We can't even want to get married. Ooh, we going bone for bone. Somebody in this car behind ready every time that nigga texts. Somebody in this car was on FaceTime with a nigga and want their man last night.
Somebody in this car went to jail for behind some dick.
Somebody in this car don't have no job will be everywhere.
She just said that.
Somebody in this car love fucking multiple rappers. Local.
Who she?
Somebody in the car missed their old sneaker.
Somebody in this car loves Merriman.
Somebody in this car just got fucked last night. Somebody in this car got fucked outside of Hobby Lobby.
Somebody in this.
Okay. And I prove my point that there's no leadership in the realm of our women. The women need a savior. This is unacceptable behavior. I'll say it right to your face with no shame. Okay. I'll let the spit fly right off the damn lip and hit you right in your damn eyelid. Okay. This is unacceptable. Okay. This is what is molding and shaping our society. Okay. And again, I'm proving it to you how this all started and how you need to understand that you just can't be out here sleeping with people because you're going to create this family, which is just going to be ripped apart, which is just going to be used to create this madness of the Truman Show that we live in today. This is the importance. Okay. But again, so many factors to play. Okay. You should be watching your diet. Okay. You should be controlling your sexual life force energy. Okay. There's so many different things that are so many different factors, but it doesn't even matter because at the end of the day, this is already what's happening. And as a result of all those things that I have just talked about, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with women out here who think this is acceptable behavior. Okay. Where's the intelligence in this? Where's the leadership in this? Where you want to hang out with people like this who talk like this? Where's the maturity? I mean, I could go really low if I really wanted to. I'm not putting this on all women, but what I'm showing you is, ladies, this is y'all representation. Okay. This is what your girls are doing out there. And I've already busted the bubble. I told you what's going on in society. I know I have the eyes to see. I'm the brain. Okay. It's my job to sit up here and understand on how all of this foolishness started. And I told you how it started, but this is now the end result and why it is not safe to deal with you anymore. Okay. It's not. You're out here sleeping around. You're out here cheating. You're out here getting passed around by multiple men. You're out here going to concerts. Okay. Sleeping with rappers. What is wrong with y'all? Let me get, because of a thrill. Again, see, this is the difference between men and women, man. I could never understand on their logic on what they're thinking. I'm not sleeping with someone for a thrill. I'm not sleeping with somebody for some money. Okay. I'm not sleeping with someone, bro, you know, just because my homeboy thought she looked good. I'm not doing any of that stuff, but this is the action of our women, and that's due to no leadership. Okay. And I told you, man, on how this society is good at exploiting people like this. All right. You got society, okay, the real society, the secret societies out there that control everything. They control all the social medias. They own all the platforms. And this is why every single platform pushes what, ladies and gentlemen? Garbage, sexual images, low vibrational energy. Okay, why can't we have one social media site that pushes nothing but positivity and nothing but health and nothing but cohesiveness and loving and caring for each other? We don't have nothing like that. Every social media app promotes the same filth and the same garbage. And now this is the next major trend that is now taking place in front of us on social media. Women that are going around and exposing themselves to a camera. Y'all need a savior, man. Y'all need a savior, man. And this is why I've been trying to tell y'all ladies, man, that you can do the exact same thing as us men are doing. You can go within, okay? You can refrain from all this foolishness. You can raise your kundalini energy and you can become a high vibrational, divine, feminine being, okay? Which is what we're lacking majorly out here in America, because I don't see any, all right? I don't see any, all right? I'm about ready myself to hop on a plane and get up out of here, okay? Because things are literally that bad, all right? We got to understand, man. This is why we're going to continue to do what we do with no excuses, bro. Okay. No excuses. All right. Unless you're just ready to take up this victimhood. All right. And be one of these people out here who are going to end up in the system. Okay. I've seen a lot of men out here fall into depression and take their lives. All right. Over this foolishness. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys. This is why I'm trying to prove to you guys. This is the way women are. And this is why it's not safe to trust them anymore, right? It's just not, bro. They're going to have to come, bro. There's going to have to be a reset, man. Okay. There's going to have to be a complete reset, bro, of society in a whole. All right. And we're starting that by doing our part. And our part is to refrain from them. Our part is to not validate this type of behavior. Okay. By retaining our seed. All right. And walking away from society. And I told you what they're going to have to do at that point. What are they going to have to do? They're going to have to do each other. Okay. They're going to have to figure it out. Okay. I guarantee you they'll get sick of doing each other. I guarantee you they'll get sick of using toys. I guarantee you they'll be sick of damaging their nerve endings down there. Okay. And they're going to want what's natural because the Most High is going to put that on them in spirit. Okay. After the man is gone, they're going to start seeing what they're missing. All right. And then they're going to want to reform. But again, to the point right now, it's too late for all of that. Okay. We're not waiting for any of that, bro. We're taking control of our life right now. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to invest. All right. And just like when we were younger, how all the hot girls in school wanted the older guys who were more established. Guess what? That exact same thing is transpiring with retention. Okay. We are now those younger guys that the girls don't want right now. Okay. Because they think that our investment is not going to grow to what it is going to be. And they're wrong, because this is the best investment that a man could ever do. This is how we're going to become the ultimate male. This is how we're going to become the very best version of ourselves. I'm talking about high frequency, high vibrational, okay, attracting all sorts of attention wherever you go. Okay. And at that point, guess what? They're going to want you back. Okay. They're going to want you back. But at this point, you understand. You now understand on traps. You now understand that things out here, man, are just not worth it. Okay. You're only looking for the best of the best. Okay. You're only looking for the people who went out there and put in the work in life, man. All right. And became better, raise their frequency and attract the right people to them. We got to wake up. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. I want to show you guys the proof on why you need to stay away from these women. All right. American women, bro, they did this to our women. It was a society. Okay. I told you how they did it. They started in the family home by separating the family. And what ends up happening is, I don't mean to get graphic, but I have to tell you guys the truth because most of you guys just don't seem to understand what happens. When you rip apart a family like that, you have predators who look for single women home. Okay. You have predators in everything. You have predators in the school system. You have predators in the church. You have predators in community watch groups. You have predators that are your neighbors. You have predators all over the place, ladies. And the very first thing you do is remove your protection. You remove the second set of eyes that is keeping you and your loved ones safe. And this is how they come in. They come in, and the family member ends up coming in there and end up doing something to one of your little ones. They end up touching somebody. Okay. How many of you women have had that happen to you? Don't cap. And that was a result because why? Because your daddy wasn't there. Right? Right? Try to lie about it. Try to deny what I'm saying. All those things that happened to you when you were younger and they were horrible is because your daddy wasn't there. Okay. Like I said, when I'm in the home, there is no bull crap going on. There's no regular people coming in being around my little ones. Okay. I protect my home like a damn pit bull. Okay. That's what a man does. That's what a real man does. But because of that, because of the way society is, how they use the money, okay, against the women to remove the man from the home. All right. And now you're dealing with all these consequences. Now you're dealing with your daughters having to grow up. All right. Not being able to find a man. All right. Using toys. All right. Watching porn. All right. This is our future, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't learn how to clean up our act. And I've already pretty much chalked it up because I don't really think people are going to change, bro. Okay. And this is why I said I went so hard on my retention journey, bro, because I don't see the change. And until then, I'm not even thinking about stopping what I'm doing. Okay. And this is what I want you guys to remain and be encouraged to do. So let me finish this video and then I'm going to bring Truth back up.
Car love truck drivers.
Somebody in this car ain't got no man at all.
Somebody in this car go with women.
Somebody in this car love jailbirds.
Somebody in this car like getting fucked like that.
Somebody in this car don't have no hair under their wigs.
Somebody in this car love kicking down doors.
Somebody in this car loves taking in makeup. Okay, somebody in this car is fucking with their friend, boyfriend.
Somebody in this car is one of the biggest dope boys, baby. You got two bitches.
Somebody in this car is fucking with they nigga homie.
Somebody in this car be having a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
Somebody in this car be fucking YNs.
In this car, little bitch get their name tatted on them.
Somebody in this motherfucking car got us jumped by niggas back in May.
Somebody in this car swear up and down she don't fuck with a nigga, but she just fuck with it.
Somebody in this car always got a better pussy than you know that.
Somebody in this car had us go to Miami with some niggas and let me act a motherfucking fool.
Somebody in this car we put up on some niggas and threw up and they threw us smell like hot dogs.
In this car swear up and down she didn't fuck this one nigga, but I know she fucked this one nigga.
Oh my god. Somebody in this car be acting so motherfucking innocent, but the whole time that bitch is a eater, a freak, a cheater, everything but innocent bitch.
Somebody in this car be fucking rap niggas. This car got drunk as fuck at the Airbnb and made everybody fall down the steps because she was having a pee.
No, somebody in this car got us put out of everywhere we've been to last summer.
Somebody in this car was picked up to go jump a bitch. Walked up on the bitch and got jumped back. Somebody.
Again, all I'm proving to you guys is why it's important for both men and women to refrain from sexual activities, because like I said, it lowers our consciousness. All right. It lowers our vibration. And we do things like this and believe that they're acceptable. Okay. Which they're not. Okay. It's really embarrassing that this is what's going on. And like I said, these are the people that they put in control of the household to watch over your offspring as a man. Okay. These are the people that they've given the power to, in the power of the states, to control, your family. All right. And, if you married and you get married, then they've given them the power too, as well as to take from you. Okay. And you're seeing on how much more radical and, out there that women are than men when they don't have that leadership in the home when they were raised. I'm telling you right now, bro, like I said, I've been in several homes, okay, several homes where people have grown up with both their mothers and fathers. And guess what? There was never any type of behavior like this whatsoever. Okay. We're talking about everybody knew their role. Okay. This is the importance of the family. And because we live in America, because we live in a place where these values are not upheld, this is the result. And now you seeing why everybody is leaving the country, bro. Now you seeing why everybody is watching the corn. Now you seeing why everybody out here, man, okay, is all for themselves in survival mode, okay? This is what we are dealing with in 2026, my people, and this is what I want to keep you aware of. Yo, Truth, go ahead, come back up, bro, and I hope the sound's fixed this time.
Yeah, am I here now? Am I back?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, those girls you were playing in the car, bro, ain't no way you gotta wife them up. That's a fact. But yeah, no, I totally agree with everything you're saying, man, about the society right now, and I do agree. That's why when I was qualifying some girls at the time, I'm currently seeing someone now, but as I was qualifying these girls, I would ask them, the first question I asked them is, how's your relationship with your father? You know?
Right.
And, if I heard, I don't like him, or I haven't seen him, or like right there, when anything derogatory towards the father, I'm pulling the rip. I'm not dealing with it. So, but
you're right about that, bro. And I ignored the flag twice, man. My last, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. My last two women that I dealt with both had father problems, and I ignored it both because I thought there was something that I could do. I thought that I was special. I thought I could play that role. Okay. And ultimately, a lot of the times I did, Truth, but the respect wasn't there for that figure. You know what I'm saying?
Well, exactly, because they have animosity towards that figure, so they're gonna take it out on you in that matter. So yeah, absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. No, man. I just want to say, man, that you already know I've been listening to this channel and you for quite a while, and I'm sitting at 34 months. I'm sitting at 1049 days, and I have to say, man, I feel great. I've been commenting on the chat, not this chat, but recent other times you put up videos that I recently I'm going back to school now. I did
congratulations.
Yeah, man. I did 2 years of college 19 years ago, and I just got accepted to a pretty prestigious school around my area, and yeah, I already know what schools are about and the matrix and all that, but I know you got to play the game a little bit to get ahead in this realm. So
you do. And see, yeah. Let's talk the truth, man. Because you're a retainer, you took the time to know that. You took the time to study what was being shown to you. Am I lying?
Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely. No lying. No.
Right. So you know how to maneuver in the matrix, right? You're not oblivious.
Yeah, no, obviously we all know what college really is about, but in the end of the day, we're in a game right now, and you got to take certain steps. And, the same thing, like getting a degree in the University of Life, you got to get a degree in those types of universities in a way, you know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
But, no, I'm excited, man. I'm very proud of myself. And I do agree with you too. I'm the girl that I'm seeing right now. We've been together for like 10 months, and she respects what I'm doing. She doesn't pressure me on anything. And she knows if she does, she's out, so, so that's just how that goes. But we laugh a lot because I always tell her how about 98% of men are just trying to chase that orgasm, bro. They live every day, living their lives, pleasure over purpose. And I was that way too. I dare say you agree that you were that way too at one time in your life. And but we've woken up, bro, and it's an exciting time, man. It's exciting. One thing I want to get into, my boy, I'm not starting any drama. My boy Jim Lotus in the chat, bro. He bugging out, bro. He's
what did he do? What happened? I missed
it. Jim's.
What happened, man? I missed it.
No, it's Jim, bro. He's modding people. Anybody saying the the name Jesus, he's going ballistic, bro. He's
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I gave Jim the power for that, man. So I'm not gonna take it away. I gave him the power for that. I'm gonna leave that up to his leisure. I get
all
what
right,
he's doing.
all right, all right, all right.
Doing.
I was just telling him, listen, man, like whether we already know what that name's about and whether it's fiction or non-fiction or non-fiction, let some people express themselves. Like if they're trolling, then yeah, boot them. But
I agree, Truth. No, I agree. I agree with that 100%. But I was just saying that in response to meaning like if they were obviously trolling, you know, with the Jesus comments, because we talked about that here. We all have a knowledge of what we know, right?
Exactly.
We're all in the know, bro. So Jim knows that too. But if I leave that up to him, if he thinks that they were really trolling, then hey, do what you got to do, bro. All right.
All right. I'm just letting you know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been looking at the chat, bro. I've been trying to focus on what's going on here.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, Darius. Do you think, because I know your streak right now, and my streak's on 34 months right now, but I think you probably agree with this. Like, do you think that the moment we do the deed, like, do you think that the offspring is going to be like some prodigy or some shit, man? Like,
absolutely. I'm glad you said that. Let me explain something to you real quick that I haven't told anybody about. Let me explain something to you real quick. So I told you how semen retention makes you a target, right, to these secret societies, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They have this thing. Okay. And again, this is stuff that these are downloads that just come to me. I don't know the exact per se of what they got going on, but these are just downloads that came to me, and I spoke with somebody else that kind of concurred on what I was thinking. So basically what happens is they know people that are retaining. Okay. And what happens is they watch you. And when you start doing long streaks and stuff like this, bro, this is where they come in and recruit you. Okay. They want you to come in because they have a plan for you, right? You got to think about it. Okay. You ever heard the bride of Christ? You ever heard how they talk like that?
No, I haven't heard that term before.
Okay.
No.
So the bride of Christ, well, you would have to think about what would make a bride for Christ? It would have to be somebody that's pretty high vibrational, pure, right?
Yeah, I would say border and virginity probably too.
Right. Pure. Well, I'm just going to use the word pure.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. Yes, we will take virgins too, but 2026 virgins, come on, bro. We know that there's not very many virgins out there.
I agree with you, but it is possible.
No. I didn't say that there wasn't any. You didn't hear me say that. I said that there's not very many. That's what I said. Okay. Believe me, there is not very many, bro. And they're not going around and auctioning off on the internet like they, get us to presume to believe. Okay. They're not, that type of stuff is not happening. So it's very hard to find virgins. Okay. Now, when you have people who are practicing celibacy, you have people that are practicing semen retention. Okay. And I'm talking about long streaks. Listen, you got to understand something here, man. A lot of people just don't understand this. Why I can't just talk with everybody, because people's understanding is just way too low. Semen retention was practiced by Christ. Okay. That is the biggest figure that we have to look up to. Am I lying? That's the biggest figure. So we have to look at his situation. What was Christ doing when he was practicing semen? What was the purpose? What did he gain? Okay. And you start to look at it and you start to understand that this makes you one of those people. It makes you one of those people who are aspiring to be one of these beings. And if you're truly walking this walk, what ends up happening is, like I said, they recruit you to be able to try to coerce you to come in so they can mate you with a bride. Okay. This is true, bro. This is what they do. So somebody like me was approached. Okay. Let me tell you some of my experiences so you understand why I understand what I understand. Okay. This is a lot of you guys are just not going to understand this. This is very 1% knowledge, bro. Okay. Bro, I know so much. This is why I'm being harassed. I know too much. Okay. So let me tell you what they started to do to me. And it really further showed me that this is exactly what they were getting at towards me. So I told you have this thing called a Truman Show that happens in your life when you start talking about retention on the internet, right? You start getting a lot of attention, especially when you've done something like me. We're talking about 4 years of retention. I know a lot of people don't seem to understand that yet, though. We're talking about 4 years of retention. We're talking about, a quarter of the way to, unlocking the nerve of intelligence, which would be one of the biggest threats in a world like today. Would it not? Would it not? But the powers that be, that they look at people who, have groups of people walking in the street as threats. So you're going to sit here and try to tell me that becoming the most smartest person with the most charisma and the most magnetism, okay, to the ability that you can literally be able to, influence people's mind doesn't make you a threat. That makes you a huge threat, especially to a group that is a hidden society who understands the practice, right? This is why it's hidden. This is why Christ became Christ. I want everybody to understand what I'm saying, okay? This is why Christ became Christ, all right? Because this practice unlocks those types of gifts, all right? And what I started noticing was when I started doing this, I started getting, like I told you, I started having this Truman Show happen in my life, bro, where I'm having like paparazzi and bro, I'm not kidding you guys when I tell you this is what's happened to me, bro. Literally like paparazzi and like fans that just come out of nowhere. Every single time I go outside my door, outside my house, every time I go to work, every time I go to a grocery store. This is why I have those stories of, so much attraction that I believe that is attraction on semen retention, because now I'm starting to believe that this stuff was orchestrated and it was set up. Okay. Again, this is stuff that you're going to have to understand. If you're not in knowing, you're just going to have to listen. Okay. Because this is what legitly has been happening to me, and it's been happening to other people. Okay. And now these other people that it's happening to, they're not retainers. So I can't give you their exact story. I'm only giving you the fact that I'm telling you about the Truman Show and how I have these paparazzi everywhere I go that walks up to me and acts like they know me, and they treat me like I'm some sort of famous person. This is what literally happens to me when I go outside. I try to avoid going, places that are unnecessary, because this happens to me overwhelmingly. Right. So what ended up happening to me is every time I started coming out of my door, mainly my house in the morning, there would be a woman walking towards me in a dress. It was perfectly executed every single time I opened my door. It happened almost a week straight, bro. And I had to really start thinking about this. I was like, what is the point of this woman walking towards me? And then I started to think about it. I got a download. I got that Bride of Christ. Okay. And I started to understand on what we're doing, and how you just said that you think we're going to create, this super Christ-like child. And this is what I'm getting at. I'm getting to your point. I'm proving it to you. Yes, this is what is going on. Okay. This is why they tried to pair you up with someone specific. Okay. This is why they orchestrate the show around you, so you will more likely end up running into the person that they are trying to pair you with. Okay. And I started to see this, bro, and I started to dive deeper, and I was like, you know what? This is exactly what it is. This is why it's so hard for me to go out there and find someone that I want to be with, because I'm going to be able to create what you just said, Truth. I'm going to be able to create this divine child. Okay. We're talking about a mature seed. We're talking about sperm autogenesis. We're talking about rebuilt stores. We're talking about a genetic material, bro, that is probably so potent, so healthy, is no telling who and what you're going to bring through your ancestry. Okay. And for that reason, yes, I believe 100%, bro, that we as retainers, this is what we create. And this is why we have these things like the Truman Show that take part in our lives. Okay. I don't know if you know about this Truman Show thing, and I think you probably do, because I'm naming it something totally different. Okay, we all know the word, but I'm just using the Truman Show because I don't like using that word that they call it. All right, these things are happening to me. Okay, these things are happening to me every single day. Okay, and it's happening to tons of other people. So I had to start pulling together stories, listening to what other people said, and putting my experiences together. And I put it together, and just like you said, this is exactly what this is all about. It's because, bro, we could possibly bring in that next divine Christ being. through our genetics because of this process. And this is why this process is not allowed to be spoken of publicly in society. Do we understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why it's hidden? Because they don't want people to have this knowledge, this ability to bring in that type of a deity. Okay. If you were to think about any clear, pure type of intimacy, what kind of offspring do you think you're going to bring when you have two people that are pure? Are you going to bring somebody in that's probably divine child that probably has, everything about them healthy? You know what I mean? They're not coming into the world with no deficiency. They're coming in the world with pure seed. Or you look at the people who are out here having the trailer sex. Okay, the people who are out here who are unhealthy, okay, and are having all these health issues, and you look at what type of child that they bring in, okay, which is most of the time a child that is not very intelligent, okay, and is not very healthy, has so many deficiencies, okay, always ends up usually on some sort of pharmaceutical. We can see and we can draw our own conclusion, okay, without even knowing the truth about really what's happening, to understand that that's a high possibility of what we're doing on retention.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, and a lot of conceptions going on in this day and age are drug related or alcohol related, and those kids, they come out really screwed up too, and probably have addictions to alcohol because their parents conceived on alcohol in a certain way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do you see, bro, when I told you we literally have we have the purest seed. I want you to understand, man, that a lot of people don't think that reincarnation is real. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and try to prove all these different things to people. You guys just got to believe that we have been here before. Okay. We've all have that innate feeling in our head that we've been here before. Okay. We've done this before. I've had deja vu too many times, bro. Okay. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life at the end of my lifetime now, bro, where I'm starting to come back into remembrance of more of what I've probably known in my past lives. Okay. Mainly the practice of retention and how imperative and important it is for us to be doing it in a time in 2026. And I started to think about it, man. And I'm like, you know what, bro? This is exactly what we were meant to do. And this is how we would bring in high vibrational, high frequency people. How else would you do it when all of us have the same ability? There's nobody down here that was divinely put down here that they said that's the Messiah seed. Okay. Those two people right there in the Messiah seeds, when they procreate, they bring only the highest life forms to this planet. Okay. That's the way that they would want you to perceive something like that. But in all actuality, what's really happening is it's us, brother. It's us. We have the opportunity, like I said, to change our destiny. We have the opportunity, all right, to be high vibrational and to bring divine beings in through our lineage. Okay. And this is just the truth. So that means that we probably have all sorts of different type of people down here from different lifetimes. Okay. That have reincarnated, that are living these lives. All right. And yes, some of them probably were not conceived by high vibrational relationships. Okay. But for the most part, I can guarantee you, bro, that someone that is retaining their life force energy, that is truly practicing this unbroken brahmacharya, is definitely going to be bringing in some sort of high frequency, okay, very influential type of being to this reality. That's just the way it works.
Yeah, no, and I'm definitely excited about that. One thing, yeah, I totally agree with, because I certainly feel like I'm an old soul. And recently, my mother actually told me that about 3 months ago. I was in the car with her, and you know how, I mean, my mother, like anything else, like mothers can be annoying, but I love her anyway. But she said to me, that she's like, Vic, you're an old soul. And then I actually teared up a little bit because that was one of the first real things she's ever said to me. And then she started talking about my brothers and her, and she was like, me and your brothers, we're like half souls in a way. And I was like, and then she was like, and your father, he's brand new. So, but no, like that's one thing I was going to piggyback on. I feel like there are like brand new souls here in a way. Like, I don't think like they're, because like I've even asked my father one time. I was like, I told him about deja vu. I said, like, Pop, like, you ever have deja vu? He's like, what's that? And I had to explain it to him. He's like, nah, never. I never had it. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And so it's amazing me. Like, and another thing too, there's a lot of souls here that are underdeveloped. They're premature.
Yes, sir.
And they haven't lived a lot of life, in a way. So no, I'm definitely on board with you. I feel like I've been here quite a few number of times already. And yeah, man, it's just that's why I'm going back to school right now, because in some ways I'm still trying to find a so-called purpose in life.
Can I ask you a quick question, Truth? I don't mean to cut you. What are you going to school for, real quick?
Well, originally I did 2 years. I had a communications associate's degree, and I was like looking to do radio actually. But then that ended up moving on to like acting. Like, long story short, I always wanted to act, but I was always scared. Like, I was like a coward. I was like, I'm not doing that. That shit's scary, especially on stage, But I ended up doing it. I did a college play a long time ago, and I had a good reception for it. A lot of people were validating me immensely. And that's when I started taking the journey of acting. And so, to answer your question, right now the degree looks like it's like English. English is not like, English is all like, it's almost like a business degree. People get degrees in business. You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? But I'm looking right now English or English theater, maybe possibly teaching theater.
Yes,
maybe.
I was gonna say, bro.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't mean to cut you again, but that's your purpose right there. You just said it. I had to think about it. I was like, well, if we know we can't do acting, so it's got to be something that forms along acting, right?
Yeah.
The next thing that I would see, bro, is a teacher or, a radio. You said you wanted to do radio. Okay. That's the same form as a teacher. What I'm doing is teaching. It's the exact same thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Just because it's in the form of a social media video doesn't mean it isn't teaching. Right. And I can sit here and tell you, I just found my purpose. Okay. It was one of the most beautiful things ever. Last year, I found my purpose. It took me this long to understand that this was my purpose. Okay. And once I found that out, bro, I've been just going all in. Okay. It doesn't bother me. It's not work. It's something that I can just do that's effortless. Okay. And that's what I want you to understand is, if whatever it is that you believe it is you're truly meant to do, it's going to be something that's effortless. It's going to be something that you don't consider as work. It's going to be something that you consider as rewarding. And I can tell, bro, just because you're a retainer, man. Okay. You got to understand, bro, you're on a long streak, Truth, man. You have a lot of knowledge too, bro. And the funny thing is, you're probably just untapping different stuff still, man. Cause I remember when I was at that streak level, bro, like I was every day, my brain, even now my brain is going crazy every day. So I can only imagine what is going through your head. Okay. I know your brain, it's got so many ideas. I know your head never stops working. You're a retainer, bro. You're full of seed. Okay. So I know that's what's happening to you. And you have now narrowed it down. You've done just like me. Look how late we are in our lives as men. And they also have said that it takes men up into their 40s before, sad to say, before they find themselves. Isn't that crazy to think about that, bro?
Yeah. No, that was that book by Napoleon Hill. Maybe it was Think and Grow Rich, and he mentioned there was a chapter on sexual transmutation, and I think he mentions in men when they're in their 40s and 50s that's actually when the peak really starts elevating. And no, I feel, I don't have any regrets. Like, I'm just like you. I look very young for my age, hence why I'm dating someone who's 22 years old. Yeah, man, I have a lot of other things I've done too. I've written plays. I just recently, I had a play that was accepted in the New York City Festival, and we just wrapped last month in December. So, like I'm juggling a lot of balls right now, and it's an exciting time. And obviously, if it wasn't for the retention factor, I've written 3 plays. I'm currently writing a second half to one of my plays, a second act. And I'll tell you, brothers and sisters out there, like, you got to be doing this type of journey and practice if you want to write well, everything. If you're very artistic, this amplifies and intensifies everything. And you guys got to realize that, especially me and Darius, I would say we're in our early 40s or maybe mid 40s. Who gives a shit? It's a calendar age, but because our age is truthfully biological.
Yeah, you know what I do, True? I add the two numerical numbers together. That's my age.
Well, you can also say that. I heard someone say like
I'm 9, bro.
you could say that you could say that you're 4.5.
Right. I try to stay young in the mind, bro. And you know what I've noticed too, man, about retention is, in fact, I do that, bro. Bro, I feel like I'm a teen, Truth. I can't front. I know that's gonna be like some of the women are gonna hear that. I don't want no young man. Listen, I'm young in the mind, bro. And that's why I'm so young in spirit. That's why I look it, bro. I feel like I'm literally in my teens. I do stuff, bro. You know what I do, bro? I don't watch TV. Okay. I'm not going out there drinking, doing drugs. I don't eat bad fast food. Okay. I get up, I watch Saturday morning cartoons. Okay. Before I go to bed at night, I watch some Captain Planet, bro. I watch some G.I. Joe, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I ain't watching nothing regular, bro. I'm keeping my mind in the age that I want it to be, because I want to stay youthful.
Yeah, no, you're definitely, I mean, that's what, like, the whole thing with acting is that, and even doing, I've done some comedy improv, but like, you're sustaining your childlike or your inner child by doing things like that. And definitely, tapping back into those obviously the best television ever in the 80s and the 90s, you know, your Captain Planets, your He-Man, your DuckTales, like that was really good shit, man. And you know, it's nah, man, I'm just as you, bro. I have a very, very inner child thing going on, and
that's what's up.
And hence why I attract girls who are like 20 years younger than me, because
exactly, me too, bro.
Yeah, I know. I believe it.
Too. You know what I want to say real quick, bro? To the guys, listen, I'm going to explain something to you guys real quick. I'm going to try to explain to you briefly as possible. Let me tell you why I don't get on people for their beliefs. Okay. You got to understand, like Truth said, some of us are new souls. So what do you think a new soul is going to grab a hold of when he comes down here in this matrix? He's going to grab a hold of Jesus. He's going to grab a hold of Allah. He's going to grab a hold of all of that stuff, bro. Why? Because that is what society pushes. Here's what I want you to understand. Society isn't totally wrong in pushing this, though. You know why? Because if you do this with awareness and you go in it with the pure heart, you will eventually find the truth. You will end up being led to the same place, man. I promise you, following these religions, if you allow yourself to go within and practice these practices of semen retention and celibacy, because what ends up happening, you end up finding out that these people that you are looking up to, that you follow, did the exact same thing. And from that point, you get deeper into the game and the knowledge, like somebody like a me and a Truth and a Jim and the rest of us, where we begin to understand that it's much more deeper than this. A lot of these things are analogies of things that took place, you know, and they're not all literal. So we understand all of that stuff. But what I want you guys to understand, who are looking at people in the comment section and you're looking at them believe a certain way, you guys got to understand that that's a good thing. Okay. It's a good thing that people believe in Jesus. It's a good thing that people believe in Allah. It's a good thing that people believe in Buddha. Okay. Because again, all of these things keep us on a smaller, more narrow path. I'm not saying it's on the path of absolute truth, but you got to understand, just like Truth just said, there's young souls here and it's a learning curve, bro. This could be their first time down here when we've been down here how many eons?
Yeah, 50 times, who knows? Yeah.
Right. You got to think about it. So our job is to not push people away from their beliefs. Our job is just to give them, you know, more tools to help them further in their ascension. And eventually, when the cards are right, everybody comes in and knowing, you know, everybody's on their different divine timing, bro. And for those people out there that choose to believe in whatever it is that they want to believe in, as long as they're not hurting anybody, what is the foul on whether they're doing? Okay. There's so many things that none of us are perfect on. I could go around in each one of our lives right now, including my own, and say, hey, well, you don't do this, right? So what is the point of us picking at people's belief system? Okay. We need to be picking at the people's frequency and how they are. Are they good people? Is what we need to be looking at. Okay. Are there people that can be, led to the truth? Are they people that can be taught? Those are the aspects that I choose to look at when dealing with people who are doing things that I may have evolved from. Okay. But it doesn't make them bad. Okay. What you do is you lead them and you guide them with kindness, bro. Again, this is why not everybody is not in the position of a leader. Okay, no disrespect to everybody, but you got to have to learn to deal with everybody. This is why semen retention is the most important thing a man can do, because guess what? Eventually, you're going to learn how to deal with everybody. Okay, it's just the way it is. And it was meant for us to do this. And again, we're all leading each other to the same place, bro. Okay, I don't care what path you took. I don't care if you took Buddha. I don't care if you took Christ. I don't care if you took Allah. It doesn't matter where you came from. Okay. The message is, man, to raise your frequency, become a better person, okay? And eventually you will find the truth, okay? It's just the way it works, man. And we can't look down on people because of their beliefs. And this is how we're going to strengthen this community, like Truth and Broadcasting just said in the comment section. Steven just said in the comment section, okay? Because we're going to discourage people from the channel, bro, okay? Because of a small belief of something like that, when they're here to learn something that is so much more valuable and more vast that eventually one day unlock their minds, I fully believe.
Yeah, well, that's why with the whole thing with Jim, modding people, that's where I was coming from, is that everyone's in their own pace in life. And definitely, I think a lot of people are new souls. And yeah, they're going to gravitate to that because, I'll be real with you, man. Like, this whole thing, you mentioned Buddha. Like, I was this past summer, I've come new with mushrooms. Like, I've never done that before. I'm late in the game, and I end up doing mushrooms with my girlfriend, and we went out to a state park. And yeah, that's where you got to do it, because you're one with nature. You're connected. It's like Avatar. You're just like, it's just like you're at such bliss. And time goes out the window. You're not bound by time. You're just living fully present, just like we were when we were like 7 or 6 or 5.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Yeah, but anyway, we end up leaving the state park, and the shit was still affecting me. So now we're going back into society. We're going back into the matrix. and I'm still feeling this shit, and like, I'm already getting anxiety now, because I'm like, oh shit, now we're going back to it. Like, I was just in a place of bliss and ecstasy, but it's a very long story, but I'll cut it short. So then anyway, we end up going to this plaza in town that had like antique shops and little clothing shops. And so my girlfriend ended up going into this Buddha shop, this place, the music and the statues. So I go in there, and I'm still kind of tripping on this shit. And I go in there and I see the Buddhas. And you know how they are. They sit there with their belly and the smile.
Right.
And dude, like, it came to me like lightning, bro. Like, being on that shit, like, I saw them literally like the joke, like, it's a big joke. Like, basically it was like the Buddha, right. Like, it's like they're anchors. It's like they weigh everybody down, and every dude, I literally like saw him laughing at me, because he's smiling at you, the statue. Right. And I put it together, bro, that it's a big effing joke. Like,
it is.
And dude, I walked out of there with an anxiety attack, bro. Like, I started, like, basically, I think I felt like I had an ego death and a near death experience.
You probably did.
And yeah, no, and I don't want to freak people out, but like, I actually then, like, my girlfriend was comforting me, because I was having a hard time breathing after I discovered this shit in there. And I felt like some voice was calling out to me, like, saying, like, come to me, basically, like, leave the realm. And then I was just like, no, like, I was getting freaked out, obviously, because I know death isn't really a scary thing. It's probably very liberating.
It is.
Yeah, like, you're pretty much out of the body, and now you're just in bliss, because you're not tied to this illusion and the pain and all that. But
exactly.
But I'm just bringing it up because when you mentioned Buddha, it just my mind had like a total recall of that experience, and recognizing that most religions, and I'm not knocking anybody, because the truth is, like, everyone's on their journey, just like you said. But I came to the realization that most religions are like anchors. Like they literally just weigh everybody down, and you're putting all your power worshiping something else when you can put that to yourself in a way. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I got kicked off because they're fucking with me too. But anyway, I mean, yeah, it's like I said, this life's a journey towards you, and you know, everybody's got to figure things out. But I do agree with you that we should let people, like, if they do believe in a Jesus or they do believe in a Buddha, let them have that. You know, everyone's going to figure it out. You know,
they will,
either this lifetime or in the next.
Right.
So.
And these people are going to lead you. I'm not saying it's perfect, but they're going to lead you to a pretty safe spot, bro, where you have good high morals. Am I lying? You're going to be like,
no,
okay,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
That. And that's my whole premise of that. I'm not going to hate on somebody for their belief. As long as you have a belief in like that, and as long as you have some morals about yourself, I know you're a decent human being. Okay. I'm not saying that everything's perfect in those so-called religions, but like I said, I know that you're a decent human being. Okay. And you have morals. And that is, to me, worth more than anything, because we live in a world today, bro, where people are unempathetic, bro. Okay. We got people out here who are sociopaths and narcissists, bro. And to find people out here that truly have good morals and ethics, bro, it's very heartwarming, man. And I'm accepting and open to people like that. And like I said, I deal with a lot of people. Bro, I've been through so many churches. I go to people's churches. I get invited to church all the time. Do you think I'm going there just because I believe that? No, I'm going there because they invited me. That's their comfort. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so, I recently got invited to a Greek Orthodox church last Sunday, and I went. You know, but I know what's going on. But I went because I was invited, and just like you said, and that's their comfort zone.
Right.
You know, so yeah,
awesome.
man, I'm really, I'm really happy you're doing this, Darius. I know we haven't met in person, but it's cool, man. Like, you're one of the channels that I mean, there's probably like a handful of channels, 3 or 4 that I pay attention to, and this is one of them. So
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully one day we can meet, bro. You know, that'd be nice, man. Like, if you're in New York and I decide to come to New York, and I could, you know, text you up and say, hey, man, I just got to New York, bro. You know, come down.
That'd be cool. You know, I remember when you were gonna do that meeting before the lockdown or something.
Right.
Remember, like, we were talking
right.
about getting some sort of seminar or some shit going.
Right. Awesome, man. So, Truth, one more thing, bro. Tell these people, man. I just want you to tell these people what has retention done for you before we get up out of here.
Well, I mean, point blank, period. Retention, it just activates a certain discipline in you. You know, you're not going to be depressed. You're not going to have anxiety. You're going to hold your frame as a man. You know, you're not going to let things rattle you. You know, as like, you know, because like I said, I've been on both sides, you know, and I remember when I was, you know, spilling my seed, you know, I got rattled for the most ridiculous things, you know, and another thing, what this does for you, it creates a hyper focus. If you have certain goals that you want to do or things that you want to accomplish, you know, this is definitely the journey that you want to do. And obviously another thing which I'm working on alongside with being celibate is the fasting too, because both of those things together can really intensify and expedite whatever things that you want to physically manifest in your life. But yeah, I dare say, man, you know, especially if you're in your 20s and your 30s, I would say don't even get a girlfriend. Don't waste your time with that unless you want to have a family, which is fine and cool, you know. But if you're just having a girlfriend just to have a, you know, an F buddy or something like that, you're wasting your time. I wish that I had someone telling me this, what I'm telling you right now.
I'm back, man.
Hold on 1 second, bro. I'll get you in 1 second. Just let Truth finish up.
I'm not bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that I basically, like, the counsel that I'm giving you guys is I wish I had someone telling me this at 20 or at 30. I was misguided in my life, but I don't mind that because I'm who I am now. But I again, man, I wouldn't waste your time trying to hook up with anybody in your 20s and 30s. Just build your foundation, build your career. And then when you're Darius and my age, then you can look for, you know, a girl if you want.
Facts.
You know,
and I believe that's what a man should do anyway. If you really think about it, Truth, right?
Yeah, no.
Because
Well,
you've
yeah,
lived your life.
exactly.
Am I lying? You've lived your life. Why would you want to be held down and lose everything that you gain for a momentary time being to bring up a little one? Why would you? Instead, you could just wait, like you said, because we're men, we're healthy. We've been practicing semen retention, bro. We're gonna be able to knock them down all the way into our 60s.
No, absolutely.
I'm serious.
No, I agree. I mean, that's
So-
why I can wait. I even told the girl I'm with now, I can wait till I'm 50. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
I said the exact same thing, bro.
Yeah, because I'm very youthful. I recently, about during this summer, I raced this kid who was like 21 years old, and it was a tie.
Damn,
Like, you know what I'm saying,
you're out
man?
there
Like,
feeling young, bro. Dang, that's what's up, man.
yeah, bro. Like, I can, I can keep up with them, bro. Like, I'm good, man. You know, so, but yeah, man.
That's what's up, bro.
Like I said, you 20, 30, don't waste your time. Just focus on a goal, focus on your mission. And then when you're in your 40 and 50, then yeah, man, go have a family, have fun.
I appreciate that, Truth, man.
But thanks for letting me on, bro. I guess
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll let what's his name, Sai, go through. Yeah.
Yes,
all good.
All right, my man, Truth. We appreciate you, bro, man. Hopefully, man, we'll do this again in the near future again, bro. And we can come up and we can do this again, man. You're a solid guy, Truth, man. And I really appreciate you, bro. I respect how you think, bro. And you're proving to me that you're a retainer just the way you just handled that last situation, man. Your calmness and your ability to give a really good, conclusion on what you saw. You were right on point, and I would have done the exact same thing that you did in that situation. I would have said it the exact same way, bro, because I understand, like you said, I understand that there's new souls down here. I understand that people are just trying to find the truth, man. Okay.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Better keep them on the truth than to stray them away.
Yeah, no, people, some people need to cling to something, you know what I mean? And it's just, like I said, the soul's premature, and that's what it's going to do. And it is what it is. So
right on, brother. So, man, I appreciate you, Truth, man. You have a good rest of the night, brother. All right.
Yeah. We'll talk again. No problem.
Sounds good, brother. Take it easy. Yo, so come on up, bro.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
We're doing good, bro. We're gonna close with you, man. What you got for us, man? What you got, man? Tell these people, man, why they should be retaining their seed, bro. Tell these people what semen retention has done for you before we get up out of here.
Man, look, as a man, we see what's going on in these modern times. Like you was talking about the gender, especially, I don't know my race. I'm a black African American male, especially in the West period, but with the black family, it's always been an agenda to break apart the family, always been an agenda to take the male outside of the house and cause division amongst the sexes, and feel like the woman doesn't need a man. She's super independent. She don't need anybody, right? Take the masculine out of the household, out of the picture, out of the principle. All you get is chaos. Feminine, chaos, the dark energy. The masculine is the positivity, the light, the direction, the structure. Without that principle, all you have is chaos. All you have is chaos and confusion and other things can come in and take over and control and manipulate and guide your family. Like what? Television, entertainment. Now what you see while the woman is acting a certain way, while the kid acting a certain way, because what? The entertainment. There's no man in there. Man, we have logic. Okay.
Facts.
See something and say, no, this is not right. What this we can tell and decipher what is right and was wrong by having that masculine light. The positive side of the sex is the masculine. So we know what's right and what's wrong. If we don't retain that masculine essence, aka your seed, you would just be like a female too. You don't know what's going on. You can't decipher right or wrong. You don't have any guidance either, because you are spilling your I'm sorry, you are spilling that seed that helps you to see the truth. You understand? If I understand what I'm saying, like this is all planned. This was planned because if the man is hypersexualized, the man wants to do nothing but release his seed and do this. How can he even get his mind to higher mental faculties? How can he even be out here creating things that's going to better society instead of
you killing it, bro.
destroy society? This is what, we don't even have that ability no more because the sexual energy, which is creative energy, is going too much into other things. That's nonsense. So this is where this is why we see what we're seeing out here. We don't see any more inventors. We don't see any more Nikola Teslas. We don't see any more Isaac Newtons. We see degeneracy. We don't see anything like that no more. And why is that? Why is that? It's because the rise of internet porn, the rise of just promiscuous behavior from the woman. The divorce rates are higher than ever because the family structure is broken down. The nuclear family is being destroyed every day. And I was saying, like, I don't really know if it's going to change. Like, man, I live in Washington D.C. Right? I'm gonna give y'all something crazy, man. This going to blow y'all mind. I'm on a bus. Sometimes I take the bus from work. I'm on a bus. I'm sitting on the bus. These young children, probably by the age, no older than 16, probably 13, 14, 15, no older than 16 years old, was on this bus just talking about the girls and boys. But what shocked me is the girls talking about sexual activity they was having. Like it was no shame in their voice.
Wow.
It was passing on chlamydia to each other. It was talking about, how to give oral. You can't give oral better than her. I give head better than you. Just talking like this. This is what we got out here. This is the youth. It's crazy. This is the youth. This is what's going on. I'm on the bus hearing conversations like this, man. There is like, and it's like, and we think that because we on this journey and we practicing this journey, we think that sometimes I might get misconstrued and think the whole other people are like this or on this journey as well. But nah, man, I'm getting it wrong. This is still a 1% practice. People are not doing this. People are not even talking like this. They not. The children are getting raised by other children. Their parents are kids raising kids. It's children raising children out here. And I say, man, the future. I mean, the future lays in the hand of the youth. If the youth is getting misled wrong, we have a rude awakening coming in front of us, man.
Yes, sir.
It's getting wicked out here, man. This is why you should retain your seed, man. This is why you should go your own way and retain your seed, man, because in every cycle of life is this group of men who seen what's going on in the world, and they said, look, I take no part in this world. If you want to use this as a metaphor, the Bible says you cannot serve God and mammon. You cannot serve both God and mammon.
Can't serve two masters.
Can't serve two masters. You will hate what? The one and love the other. You will hate the promiscuity. You will hate the lustful behavior. You will hate the chaos, but you will love the self-control. You will love the mastery. You will love the elevation of mind. That's what you will love, because you can't love both. And that point, and that if you try to do both or love both, you will end up you a hypocrite. And now you easily can be swayed, and you will enemy to yourself and everybody around you because you're not picking a side. You gotta pick a side. We have to pick a side, man.
Yep, that's it, bro. That's it, man. Bro, Saw, man. I don't want to use the word impressed, bro, but man, you come a long way, G. You come a long way, G. You're getting really good at talking, bro. You're getting good at your content. I can tell you've been working on your craft, bro. And I would encourage you to continue to speak like that, bro, on your social media platforms. I don't know if you got a YouTube channel set up, bro, but I would set one up, man. And we can do these live streams. We can, you can post this content on your page, bro. Get yourself started, man. Because like I said, man, I see a lot of growth in you, bro. You said a lot of positive things today, bro. You said a lot of things that are going to help a lot of young men out here today, bro. And I truly appreciate you coming through, man.
Man, I thank you for that, man. And I have a YouTube. I haven't posted it in a while, but I have a
Drop the
channel.
link. Just drop the link in the comments. Drop a comment. Drop the link in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll find you, bro.
I got you. Actually, I'm gonna type myself. My channel is my page, my YouTube page. Yeah, and I post on TikTok here and there. I think I follow you on TikTok. I'm gonna start posting more about this information because it's so much built up in me. And I'm like, man, I gotta spread this knowledge, man. We need more because we need more of us because it's already more of them out there. It's more of them spreading this crap, spreading this BS out here, man. So why not? I have to be a voice and add my power to the other retainers' power, and we just power up, you know. And now we are forced to be reckoned with because good is as strong or even stronger as evil, you know. It's as even more powerful as the opposition, you know. Light
Right.
and darkness are the same side of one coin, but light always wins. Light is always assumed the darkness, always. Like
right on, bro.
Positivity overrides negativity. That's a universal law. Remember
it is. It's the truth.
Remember that, man. And you're not, and for the young dudes, and we might feel like, you might feel like you're alone out here. You might feel like you're the only one on this path in your family. But let me tell you, they are watching us.
Exactly. I told you, they're all watching us on Semen Retention, bro. It's no cap.
They see how we talk. They see how we move, how we walk. If you could tell if the person is on a low frequency by just how they move and how they don't even got to speak.
Right.
The body language, the way they do things. They can see. You cannot hide. Where you gonna go? You stand out like a sore thumb because everybody else is not doing this. Everybody else is on the low. So you think you're gonna hide somewhere? You think no, you can't go nowhere. So this is not a placebo effect. None of this. Every time I'm on this journey, man, I feel completely different. And when I'm off it, I feel completely different. You don't feel the same. You just don't. You don't have the motivation. You don't have the clear skin. You don't have the sharp reflexes. You don't have the will to move on. You don't have that peace of mind. You don't. It's like something's always missing.
Right, bro. And now we found the truth, man. We got it, bro. All right, we got it, man. You're hearing all the testimonies on here today, bro. You're hearing these two gentlemen came up here and shared their stories. You guys have been following me for the last 5-6 years. You're seeing the growth. You're seeing the transformation. You're understanding the risks that are out there in society, and you're understanding on how we have to move moving forward. So we know what to do out here, guys. Okay, there's no more making excuses for being fallen into these traps in society. All right, we know what to do. We got to keep our head on tight, bro. We got to retain our seed, bro, and we got to protect our energy. All right, and that's the name of the game. So, Saw, man, I appreciate you. We're about to shut this one down, my guy. Go ahead and close for us.
Hey, man, look. Stay on the path. Stay on this path. Don't be swayed by nobody outside yourself. Don't listen to anybody that's not and don't listen to anybody that doesn't sound right. Follow your intuition. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. Don't get swayed because the easiest thing you can do in this time is to get swayed. You can go to the left, to the right. You going over here, you trying to stay on this path. You know what's right. You know, like Neo said in the mix, like Trinity told Neo when he was getting out that car and going back, she said, no, you've been on that path already. You know how that path, you know what ends there. And he said, you're right. He sat back down and he continued on. But at first, he was about to get out of the car. She said, no, you already know where that path leads. So it's the same thing with this. We already know where the path we've been on will lead. We know depression, anxiety, just abandonment. We know where that path leads us. So why would we go back down the same road?
Facts.
Follow this path, man. And 2026, man, all year long. This is what we're doing. This is what we have to do. We have no other choice. Like, what's
no choice, bro.
No choice. It's no choice. Let's create a new world as men. Aren't men builders? Aren't we builders?
That's what we are.
Are we they call
Masons, architects, carpenters, we're all of that.
So why can't we take this power and build new infrastructures, build new societies? Why we can't do that? Who say we can't do that? Who say that if we retain enough of this energy, get enough men together, we can overthrow things, or we can? You don't know how far we can go with this. Just by look how much you move by just on YouTube. Imagine we get in the field for real and we actually do this. This is the age of technology, information. We can do so much with this. We just gotta stay focused. And we can't give up.
Bro. That's it, bro. Hell yeah, Saul, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Anytime we have a panel, man, come on up, Saul, bro. I mean, I'm gonna give it to you, bro. You handle yourself really well, bro. And I can tell that you're channeling a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I can tell you getting downloads, bro. I can tell you retaining your seed, bro. You're heading in the right direction, Saul, my guy, and we appreciate you, man. So check in with us next time, brother, man. I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you, man. I will. I'm definitely gonna be back, and I'm definitely gonna be posting on my YouTube channel, more on my TikTok, dropping the knowledge.
Feel free to, if you like I said, you're more than welcome to use content. And if you have live stream, you want me to come on your panel, bro. Like I said, you're a part of my community. I'm a part of your community, man. So that's the way we get down out here.
Got you. No doubt. No doubt.
All right, my man. You have a good rest of the night. All right, Saul, brother.
Okay, you too, Darius, man. I see you later, man. I see
you later. Easy, my man.
Okay, you too, man.
Yep. All right, guys. So that's it, man. That wraps up another Retainers Hotline. And I hope you guys got full off of this information today. You understand on what we're dealing with, bro. Okay. You see what's going on in our society. We have broken it down to you. And the only way we're going to get what we want as men, bro, is to pull back and hold the line. Okay. It is a first time for everything. Okay. And this is a first time since we done been alive in this timeline where we don't get to have the pleasures that we want no more. In order to have the pleasures that we want out of life, bro, we're going to have to pull back. Okay. We're going to have to fast, bro. Okay. We're going to have to fast from all the bull crap, bro, so we can gain our power back, man. Okay. So we can go outside and present ourselves to the world and attract what is meant for us. Okay. This is what we're doing on retention. And you're hearing all the correlations between all the retainers in our communities that say the exact same thing. So I just want you guys to remain focused. I want you guys to remain sharp, retain your seed, understand what you got on the line, and understand on what you're working for. Okay, because we all working for something. If you're not a man out there that doesn't have an investment, that doesn't have a goal, you need to set one today. Okay, inspire yourself. Let us inspire you. Let this energy of retention flow through your veins, bro. And may you become simply the best version that you could ever possibly imagine. Okay, and I truly wish that for you guys. So I appreciate everybody that came up in here tonight. I thank you guys again for all the support. Do me a favor, hit the like button, okay? We're going to keep this content going, bro, but the only way we're going to be able to do that is if you hit the like button, get these videos in the algorithm. There is nobody on YouTube with a channel like the Shave Lion King, and you're a part of that, bro. So do your part by supporting this content, hitting the like button, sharing the videos, coming in here and sharing your knowledge and wisdom with the rest of the retainers in the community, bro. And this is how we're all going to get better and grow. So I appreciate everybody that came up in here. You guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I love every single one of you guys. You guys take care of yourself, and I will see all you guys on the next one. Peace, fellas.
Mr. Five, tell us how you feel.
How do I feel? I feel alive!
Mr. Five.
Number 5 is alive. Number 5 is alive.
The shaved Lion King got me on semen retention. For real, for real.